Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Scratching Post. We scratch that game of the itch. It is Saturday. That means it's Silly Voices time with myself and my friends. That is right. Of course, you're joined here by myself, Ebac here, and we are joined as ever by the regular crew, as I like to call them. So we have a burr,
Squirrel,
drifting,
Hell.
lemming,
objection,
shadow,
Miles Edgeworth.
and of course Kay.
Like that.
But of course, we are joined by our special guest for this case, Mr. WeirdFTW.
Flange.
Flange. Just
yeah,
flange.
flangeable.
With a bit of luck, also tonight we might finally get this
That's
game.
a new hidden move in the in court. When instead of objection, take that you say flange, flange.
I think the objective is to confuse your opponent, which that's not surprising.
That would, that would
It
work.
is in this game, so.
That'll do.
We have reached the most interesting point in this adventure. Here we go.
There we go.
March 15, 2:11 a.m. Theatre Neutralis lobby. Also, quick question: do you eat your popcorn with salt or with sugar?
Both.
Sugar?
Neither.
I don't mind either, but I would choose sugar.
Might be one here who prefers salt.
Salt and sugar. Well, I prefer salt as one of them. So.
You eat. So I might have misheard, but popcorn with sugar?
Yeah,
Salt.
Well, so,
sweetened popcorn.
salty or
I
sweet,
don't
I suppose, is
think
what we
I-
refer to it as.
For the record, that's not a thing in the US as far as I'm aware.
With
Come on, I've heard
icing
it is
sugar or just regular sugar?
Like, our only option is salt or butter.
How much trouble would I be if I said neither?
I don't like popcorn.
That's fine, at least the salt popcorn for me.
Fair enough.
I'm weird and I like the blend of salt and sweetie.
I'm not a great fan of popcorn. It's just if I have to, I just want it unmodified.
Thank you for checking, Shadow.
Good
Right.
time to start a conversation up about popcorn the moment we start the stream.
Yeah.
Already, we're derailed.
Also, I was checking if there was music, and then it distracted me with popcorn.
It's fine. Shadow beat you to it.
Yeah. Thank you, Shadow. There is music, yes.
I can't believe it, sir.
And
Extraterritoriality.
Yes.
That word.
And there is nothing we can really do about that. In the end,
That
we...
he's an alien.
kind of. In the end, we
The
didn't...
lions.
I was going for X-Files, but fair enough. In the end, we didn't have enough authority to bring him to justice.
I can't believe it, even though we...
God.
I can't believe it, even though we know he's the boss. We can't lay a finger on him.
Let me fix things for you guys as well. Give me a second.
Yes, the
Oh, yeah.
lighting
Oh, yes,
is a bit
thank you,
strange.
sir.
I always forget. I need to turn HDR off for these
Yeah.
streams.
HDR must go.
There we go.
Now it looks much better, thank you.
I know.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Sorry to skip out on you, but I've got some business to take care of. I'm out.
Plotting again, I reckon.
If we can't even give an evil guy like him a slap on the wrist, then what the heck were laws created for? What good are they? The law can't help us. Then I'll go as the Yadgarasu and take care of this myself.
Don't you dare.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry, that was a bit too harsh.
I know how you feel, sir. We're trying to take on an ambassador, after all. And he did tell us earlier to get out of the theater. He does have diplomatic immunity. This is kind of their country, I guess. But I feel like I've been slapped across the face for doing my job.
What am I going to do? Should I retreat for now and formulate a better plan? Attack?
Come on, everyone. We can't give up yet.
Okay.
I want want you to think about something for a sec. We've never let up for even a second, and as long as we don't stop investigating, we might find the rotten treasure hidden here.
She's right!
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth.
You're right, Kay. Very well. Let us reopen the investigation and see what we find. Come on, Kay.
Right behind you.
Okay, then I'll go check out Babal a bit more, sir.
And I have something that I need to investigate further in Alabast.
Everybody be leaving.
Well, one person's still in the pond.
Now then, before I gather any more information, I should do a bit of housekeeping. Passion flowers data erased from my organizer. Begin investigation. Master Alba seemed agitated over something.
I wonder why.
There are two special circumstances that surround the ambassador. First, the embassy itself has extraterritorial rights. If something happens on Alabastian soil, I should say, we are unable to legally prosecute him.
Cool. It sounds like embassies are the perfect place to steal whatever you want.
And murder Damast second, run a smuggling operation, and make counterfeit bills, apparently.
But I thought all the counterfeiting was done by Mr. Cochin in Babal.
Yes, he apparently used the embassy's coupon printing press to do it. But it's the same story over there anyway. Babal also has extraterritorial rights. Which brings me to my next point. The ambassador's extraterritorial rights. Those rights are effective even in our own country.
Really?
No matter what happens, he can never be tried in our courts. He retains some very special rights indeed. Basically, no matter what wrongs he may commit, we can't bring him to trial here.
So I guess we really don't stand a chance, do we?
We might stand a chance if we can somehow nullify either one of his special rights. Nullify?
Well, I guess we could ask... I wonder if that'll have something to do with the other ambassador or something.
Yeah, I was wondering whether they they might not have the same agreements between one another, and the Babalese ambassador could.
Is this new?
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. If one of them has, like, a fake statue, doesn't that mean that their right of existence is null and void?
You're not wrong. Potentially.
So one of them technically is the correct country, which makes the other country, like, doesn't exist.
But then
So in order to do that, they would nullify the thing.
But then surely it's only ceremonial in that respect anyway. Because they are now two independent countries, so they would still exist in some fashion. This thing here, was this here before?
I don't think
it was.
It can always be similar.
I think this stuff
Oh
is
god.
Oh no.
This was taken just before the two ambassadors gave their bouquets to the Steel Samurai.
I can hear this picture.
Is it just my imagination? Or is there something in this picture that I've seen before? Is there?
No, because... Oh god, I'm drowning.
Is that the knife handle?
Yeah.
I was just thinking that.
It appears to be a bouquet of Persian clemens.
I have no idea. Good luck with that.
Cyclamens.
Cyclamens
Flowers.
and roses. Flowers!
Salamanders.
They're flowers, Kay.
Don't go Phoenix right on me. He only knows 3 flowers. 4, I think,
No,
actually.
those are
4
step flowers.
It's salamanders. I knew it.
Wow, you even know the exact species?
More or less.
Sweats nervously.
I never would have expected you for an expert on flowers.
It's all because of those flowers that old lady sends me every month. Just look at me. I sound like some sort of botanist.
Oh, you don't need to send me.
Bottom.
Man, they both
not even a
nice so that
word.
you can have this information.
That's
Also-
not even a rude word. Come on, up your game a bit.
Also, Miles,
um,
just because you're sent the flowers doesn't mean you have to examine the flower to know what it is.
Yeah, but they might be selling you some white lilies.
I imagine they go from the desk, up into the hands, right to the side, down into the bin. That's where I imagine they are.
Well, it is. We see them in his office. He displays them, probably because they're like nice, and he doesn't want to like throw them away.
Good point, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Reggie Poo, you love me. I knew it.
So, what exactly is this yellow flower here?
That one, I'm not sure.
It's my father.
What? You don't know?
It's a yellow Nyphelia.
As far as I can recall, I've never seen a flower like this before. I
It's
feel
an
as,
Undertale reference, don't worry about it.
but I feel as though I've seen this shape somewhere before.
How about you check your knife then?
A knife.
I
Yeah.
was checking that
You
guy's
call that a
hands.
flower? This is a flower.
That a knife? This is a knife.
That's not a knife, that's a spoon. Oh, I see you played Knife and Spoony before.
Yeah. Eureka! Bal's national symbol is the butterfly and Alabest is the flower. It would appear that someone is employing the old hide a tree in a forest trick.
What are you mumbling to yourself about? Wait, what? The handle on this knife! Ah!
Yes, it's the handle that was supposed to be on the blade that killed Mr. Cochin. The weapon that killed him was carried through the Theatrum Neutralis, in the very bouquet Ambassador Alba was carrying.
Wait, isn't that a declaration of war then?
Basically.
At the very least, that's an international crime, and that's not great.
Even worse, it's a decoration of war.
Blood.
I'm going to, I'm going to walk into
I-
the sea, and I'm not coming back.
You did kind of set you did kind of set Burr up for that one.
I
I don't
accept
care.
my
I
first
don't
warning.
care. It was,
Also, this is why we need Divot Tech.
I can ban him. I have the power.
The flower motif. It looks like one of the flower petals is missing.
Hang on, one moment.
Sure.
I had to reread it. Yeah.
I mean, Kay has to take a long, hard look at the blade.
Yeah,
at the,
exactly.
At the knife.
Oh! And take a look at the weapon itself. It's missing the exact same petal.
And the knife in this photo is most definitely the same as the murder weapon. Okay, well, that's updated. I never noticed there was a petal missing. Well, is there anything else we can kind of look around here? We kind of investigate all this place.
There's more flowers.
There are more flowers. But are they just flowers, or... These flowers were sent by Global Studios.
Global Studios?
That's where they filmed the Steel Samurai television show. They've been producing hit after hit recently, so the studio is being remodeled.
Oh, I read about that in the papers the other day. The mascot of theirs is getting a facelift too. Right. What's his name?
You mean Mrs. Monkey?
Yeah, I thought it was something like that. You really have a great memory. It is
Ha.
in fact Mr. Monkey.
Never underestimate my powers of recollection. Yes, it is in fact Mr. Monkey.
Is
Or
this
at least-
before or
or at
after
least
the
it
crime
was.
happened there?
This is way after.
Meh. So his face just showed up there. I just thought, meh. Ambassador Agitated Alba. Triple
Wait.
A.
Could these two be connected, perhaps?
It could be, yes, because He doesn't want them to be found.
Yes, because no one's allowed to be in there unless they're authorized. So, her opportunity to kind of do it. I'm guessing, game, be nice, please. Hey.
Yeah.
We know that the counterfeit bills were printed using the embassy's press, but the necessary materials such as the Babbly's ink and the paper must have been hidden in a secure location. What do you think would have happened if the renovations had begun?
Well, he probably had to find a better hiding place or get rid of it all.
Right, so we can assume that the renovations was the cause of the plate and bills disposal. Oh, not entirely what I was going for, but okay, game. And the reason Mr. Cochin was killed as the ringleader of the smuggling operation, based on what we know, who do you think was the one with the most to gain? It's quite obvious. It's quite obvious here, really.
Mr. Quirkus Agitated Alba. Agitated is his middle name.
It's the one person who has been erasing all evidence of the smuggling operation. From both embassies, the co-conspirator who is mopping up Ambassador Alba. Ambassador Alba had a very strong motive to kill Manny Cochin.
I don't mop up, I get other people to do it.
Okay, I'm guessing, game, you want me to just connect these two?
Yes.
The cause of Ambassador Alba's agitation, the rotten treasure we may find, and the motive for killing Mr. Cochin. Miss Yu said it herself that she didn't kill anyone tonight. If we were to take her words at face value, then the reason, which we shouldn't, then the reason for the ambassador's nervousness can only be one thing. He didn't want us to discover the real circumstances under which Mr. Cochin was killed.
And you mean Ambassador Alba is the real killer? But I thought the two of them were friends.
Maybe they were, but what if Mr. Cochin was the one who first betrayed their friendship?
Oh, I get it. Wasn't Mr. Cochin pushing really hard for Mr. Palano to be the ambassador after the reunification?
Yes, and that was the real reason why he wanted to steal Alabaster Primaduck's statue.
So Mr. Cochin hired Damask too to go steal it for him. But when Ambassador Alba found out what he was up to, he killed Mr. Cochin. He killed Mr. Cochin? Sorry.
It is
I
definitely
thought that was
a
question.
possibility at this point.
Those two were really thinking of no one but themselves. But the question now is, how did he do it? Ambassador Alba was in Alabast. But Mr. Cochin's body was discovered in Babal, right?
Right, and that is what we must solve next. I believe we now understand why Ambassador Alba was so nervous and agitated. It must have something to do with where Mr. Cochin was killed. A place where the Alabastian ambassador was likely to meet the Babbly's Mr. Cochin. The place where Ambassador Alba happened to have committed the murder is...
I think it's the Theatrum Neutralis.
It's the only place the two could meet. Therefore, logically, that should...
If neutral ground.
Yeah, neutral ground, ironically, the place where murder was committed. Because they can't enter each other's embassy, so...
I mean, they also kind of hammer it in that if it happens in one of the two countries, they're kind of fucked. So, like, the one place that's neutral would be where the body would be happening.
Which, if that is the case, then that is technically not their soil.
It's the neutral canteen.
The only place that makes sense is here, at the Theatrum Neutralis.
What? Here?
The Goodwill event was being held here today, correct? So the only place that the both of them would have been in is here.
But if that's the case, then everything changes. The theater isn't actually Alabastian land. That wipes out one of those extraterritorial rights he has.
It makes logical sense, in which case it is a reason for us to investigate further.
So what should we check out?
Let's see. I believe we should check the immigration records for both Alabast and Babal post-haste. Val's records should be easy to obtain, however, the problem would be Alabast. I wonder if they would allow us to see their records despite the other order to vacate.
Objection! Objection! I'm already one step ahead of you, Miles Edgeworth.
Franziska.
I have here the security footage from both Alabast and Babal. You would do well to take a look at its content.
Security footage. You move fast.
A Von Karma strives to be perfect in every way. It's not in my nature to keep on retreating like this. I took the liberty of looking over the Babal investigation reports as well. From now on, you will make no excuse to back down or say that we can't solve this case.
I'm sorry about earlier.
We won't be beaten. Because my cute little subordinate is going to try his very best, isn't he?
Hasn't she patronized me enough already for a lifetime?
No.
No, I need to milk this as much as I can.
So this video contains footage from Alabast's immigration screening area.
Really hope there's something in here that we can use.
But saying in the comments, Franziska von Poppins practically perfect in every way. Yeah.
I was trying to fit in a practical joke somewhere, but
Ambassador Alba, the Steel Samurai, and the Iron Lad.
This is happening in like
Iron Infant.
minutes.
wow, yeah.
Well, when should we investigate? There was nothing in the first screen. There's Ambassador Alba.
Oh, what's there?
Do we get to not investigate all of them? Do we have to?
Let's have a look.
Hopefully we can see all of them.
Okay, we can just check everything.
I'm Mr. Security Guard. I'm just doing my job.
What are the posters on the wall?
Oh,
Because
good
it had
point.
an examine.
Yeah.
Proper.
I don't remember all these posters. I wonder what they're of.
I do remember a bunch of these hanging in that hallway.
I believe we. Oh,
Franziska.
Oh, I believe they were all related to tourism and sightseeing.
In Alabast? Impossible! If it were Babal, I could believe that. However,
No, they were posters promoting tourist traps in this country. And I believe they were mostly of Gatewater land.
I see. So they were targeted at the embassy staff.
That seems weird. You examined the security guard?
This is just my day job.
This man is the immigration duty officer who was on duty. Sorry, I skipped like 60 words there.
he's making a really scary face, even though no one's around to see it. He's got a resting bitch face.
I wonder if he's just the grumpy sort, although that wouldn't do much for tourism.
Just like that.
Hey, he smiled a little just now.
No, I didn't.
I wonder if I wonder if he recalled something funny.
Even if he did, he still has that hard glare in his eyes.
It would appear that he was born with stern-looking eyes.
You mean a resting bitch face?
Basically, yes.
Rather fitting for someone in the security business, I'd say.
I got stuck.
Well, that's everything we can investigate. Oh, no, there's the door.
I got the eyes. These eyes are got because I got something stuck up me.
It's the door leading into the Theatrum Neutralis.
Tried so hard to get through this door, but I just couldn't get in. But it felt so great when I was finally allowed to go through here. You know what I really wanted to do, though? I wanted to try sneaking my way in.
At least nothing seemed out of the ordinary with the door. Right then. Well, that's everything we can investigate, so...
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
this
this
is
is
second
our
try.
control group.
The only thing that changes is Ambassador Alba. And there's nothing really on to talk about him. I can't believe how completely fooled I was by the way he carried himself.
Oh my.
He had me fooled too.
Oh my god.
According to the files I had sent for earlier, Ambassador Alba was a Cadopian hero. He saved the royal family from danger countless times.
Yes.
So what bothers me is why would a man like that create a smuggling ring? Even with all the authority I have, I still haven't been able to figure out why.
It sounds like the ambassador was a hero who was corrupted by evil. But no matter what happens in the past, we can't let the man he is now escape justice.
Unless that's part of his fight for the royal family thing.
Alright, time to investigate Larry. On the outside, he may look like the Steel Samurai, but on the inside, it's just Larry.
Other than the fact that that's good for nothing, nothing else seems to be out of order.
Wait, you know as well as I that if anything can happen, anything can happen if he's involved.
Yeah.
You're not suggesting that someone else could be under that mask, are you?
No, I don't think that. Just before he entered here, he gave me an autograph, so I'm certain it's Larry under there.
But he lost his child. Something could be inside his child.
What is he carrying?
Doesn't something about this lump shape strike you as odd?
Stop staring at my lump.
Very.
It's a
Look, Weird, if your lump looks like that, I think you need to see a doctor.
Huh? Isn't it supposed to be this shape?
No,
That doesn't help.
there is.
That's what the doctor said.
Everyone's staring at my
Edgeworth, no!
No, there's clearly something odd about the bulge. If only we had the pushcart itself, we could compare and confirm my hunch. My hunch about the bunch.
Stop.
Got some junk in that trunk, do you?
Next, let us check the footage from Babal's security camera.
No, let's go back and look at my bulge.
No.
Look at my pushka.
Look at my...
I hope it shows us something good.
Me again with my bulge.
It looks like a bulge now, but it's
I
gonna be like
genuinely
it one
thought
day.
I genuinely thought for a second that guy was on his phone. He was just looking at his phone.
It's the same guy, it's just a...
That'll be the same guy. It's different.
We're all doomed. We're all doomed. It's the Battle of the Bulge all over again.
Yep.
Phooey, there wasn't a single sign of a suspicious person or anything.
Ah, furry.
That right there is the contradiction.
Huh? Did I miss something?
You didn't miss anything, because there was nothing to miss. However, what is missing is the image of Mr. Cochin entering his own country.
But wasn't his body found in Babal?
It would appear that the true face of our final puzzle has finally revealed itself.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Hell of a reveal.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, not what I was expecting. Ambassador Alba!
I thought I'd asked for you and your group to vacate the premises, Mr. Edgeworth.
Actually, I thought I should let you know that this theatre sits on my country's soil.
You've had your fun, and I've enjoyed our little game. I dare say you've even achieved a new high score. What's new high score mean? What's new high score mean? However, once you've recorded the score, that same game can never be replayed again.
Then it's a shit game.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Your game is done, and it's game over.
I'm trying to backseat
No.
over.
Are you NFTing this game? He's guilty.
Where do you think you're going at this time of night?
Home, you pricks! After admitting to my crime, I was overcome with regret. So I am heading to the airport now to return home.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that. There are still too many issues we need to discuss with you.
But I packed my bags. You can't stop me, Mr. Edgeworth, and you know it.
Ah,
I think we can.
Larry. Oh!
Please, may I have a little bit of your time, Ambassador Albert?
Ambassador Paleno.
Even just a teeny tiny bit is fine with me. The already strained relationship between our countries is in a precarious situation, you know?
Very well, if you insist. I will play just one more round with them and see what they want. Not that they'll get any further.
Ambassador Paleno.
Mr. Edgeworth. All I wish for is the normalization of relationships between our two countries. But there's one person standing in the way of that dream. I believe in you. You'll do what's right.
What? You're actually coming through for us?
Thank you for your vote of confidence.
He's not a bad guy. He's just kind of sleazy.
Now then, what was it you wanted to ask me about? I do have a flight to catch after all.
I bet you have a private plane. I'm sure it can delay.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid I'm going to have to limit you to just one question.
That's more than enough, because I only have one question anyway. I want to hear your alibi about how you couldn't have killed Mr. Manny Cochin.
I see. You seem to have a good hand this time around. This should be fun.
This really is the very last chance we have to bring him down. I won't allow even an atom-sized contradiction to slip by. Testimony. Ambassador Alba's alibi.
Frankly, I still don't understand why I might be placed under suspicion here. Under your hypothetical scenario, Mr. Cochin and I were fellow smugglers. But to get to the point, I was in Alabas the whole time. So it's simply not possible for me to have killed him in Babal. That is my alibi.
Well, he
that's
never
his
he never entered Babal under his own steam, sir.
Also, if he's never entered Babal, how did he leave Babal?
I mean, I think he's saying that from the in terms of the timescale of the death. Hello there, Liam and Arlene. Woo! The chat.
Hello, friends.
Liam.
So that is your alibi.
That is correct. It's simply not possible for me to have committed a crime in Babal. Now that we've cleared that up, I'd appreciate it if you move out of my way.
You didn't commit a crime in Babal, did you?
Hold it. I said hold it.
I heard you the first time. What is it this time? I thought I told you I'd only allow one question.
You did. But you still have yet to really answer my one question.
What? What? Are you on crack?
Until you tell us the truth, I will refuse to budge an inch from where I'm standing.
I have a gun. Very well. I'll play with you just a little longer.
Oh my.
Miles Edgeworth, as my subordinate and representative of this country's prosecutors. You are forbidden to lose.
Bloody hell.
Of course. That is something I've understood from the start.
That guy's the one who ordered my father killed, isn't he?
Yes, I believe so.
The goal of the Adorasu was to capture the smuggling ring's leader. My father and Uncle Bad. Their legacy will live on through me.
Quit telling everyone I'm dead.
I can still hear his voice.
So that's why we've got to catch him, okay?
We will. I promise. Now, Ambassador Alba, let's have it the truth now, shall we?
No matter how many times you ask, my answer remains the same.
Guess we'll just have to cut you down to size.
Does
Rebuffle.
anyone have a
Rebuffle.
minted? Does anyone have a mint imperial?
Hold it!
Oh.
Oh.
Being the leader of a smuggling ring while taking on the duties of an ambassadorship, don't you think that the combination is more than enough reason for suspicion? Then there's the matter of the crossbow arrows and the prima duck statue.
Objection!
Yo!
Christ,
All
that
of-
voice.
All of that is nothing more than your flights of fancy.
What do you mean by that? Hold it!
Oh.
It's not a hypothesis. Earlier we proved it to be what happened.
Technically, it is a hypothesis, though, because a hypothesis is a statement supported by evidence.
Well, let's leave that to one side for now. Because it doesn't change the fact that I have no motive.
Oh? So you really had no reason to kill Mr. Cochin?
If you want to suppose I had one, then why not? I'll indulge you. After all, this is nothing more than a silly game to me.
Even if that's how you see things, I'd appreciate it if you would take me seriously.
I'm sorry, I suppose you are in a bit of a pickle. Very well. A game is no fun if the playing field isn't level. Therefore, I formally claim that I have no motive to kill. Now let's see you disprove it.
How can he stand there looking proud when he knows he killed another human being? Well, I'm not going to stand by and just watch him get away with his crimes.
I don't think I like this
Flimbus
man.
flump, flimbus flump.
New statement, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, in that case, what motive would I have had to kill my co-conspirator?
Lots.
Hold it!
Oh?
Are you serious that just because you were partners that you had no motive to kill?
I'm only following your hypothetical scenario to its logical conclusion.
Looks like he's not going to admit to himself that he was in leagues with Mr. Cochin.
I
Multiple
suppose.
leagues.
I suppose not. But I do know his
Baseball and smuggling ring.
all other sports. But I do know his relation to the smuggling ring and to Mr. Cochin.
You mean he's the ringleader and Mr. Cochin was his subordinate, right?
Correct. But I know more than just that. Miss Von Karma, I'm sure you remember the safe in Mr. Cochin's office, correct?
Yes. The safe had 2 compartments in it, didn't it?
Yes. And why do you think those stolen goods were being stored in Mr. Cochin's office? Could it be because he was trying to cheat Ambassador Alba behind his back?
So Mr. Cochin didn't turn the goods over, but decided instead to keep them for himself? I suppose that's possible.
It seems to me that both men were only concerned with their own wealth and well-being.
And that means maybe they didn't have a trusting relationship after all.
What Ambassador Alba had to gain, I believe, is his motive for killing Mr. Cochin.
What are you people whispering about amongst yourselves over there?
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Now then, let's continue with your testimony. Hold it!
Oh?
And what exactly did you do while you were in Alabast?
Did you not hear me? I went for some reason. Sorry. I had a meeting with the Steel Samurai, and then I arranged a few fights. Around that time, that thief who was sneaking in took me by surprise.
Objection! Are you saying that it was Damask II that made the first move?
Talk to the hand.
Yes. And it was after I was attacked that I hit him on the head with the prima duck statue. Unfortunately, he died from the blow, but it was just an act of justified self-defense.
Objection!
And just literally picked up a statue and bombed somebody with it.
Calling it that doesn't cover up what you really did.
Cover up? No, my boy, I'm not covering up anything. I'm telling the truth.
I doubt that.
You weren't planning to admit to it, which is why you tried to frame the Steel Samurai. If you weren't an ambassador, I'd be letting my whip fly loose on you right now.
I'm terribly sorry that I didn't clean up the body better, but I am a busy man. I had a speech to give in the Rose Garden after that, you know.
Objection! Yet despite that, you still had time to kill Mr. Cochin, didn't you?
Objection! Man is evil, and I'm sure you are familiar with the facts, but Mr. Cochin was killed in Babal, while I was all the way in Alabast. Bing bong bling.
That's the strangest Simlish I have ever heard.
Oh?
I like to think that's actually the Alabastian language.
Yeah.
He's just stuttering in himself in his own language.
I mean, we've already heard a pretty good Virginian.
Yes. You insist that it's not possible for you to have killed Mr. Cochin Babal, and you are correct.
Oh? I thought you would put up a bit more of a fight, but you must concede to me.
The only thing I'm conceding is that it's not possible for you to kill him in Babal. I am not conceding that your alibi is the truth.
Oh, I see. However, no matter how you try, know that you can't crush my alibi. I got sick rhymes, yo.
You would be wise not to underestimate a prosecutor of this country, yo. I can get all hip as well.
You are the whitest, most backward man I know.
Joke's on you. I have an extra hip, and we'll see about that.
That's not possible.
I replaced with hip.
You both
That's the
have
same
it, and I'm
hip.
so on with the kids.
I got a replacement hip, yo. It's newer. It's fresher. It's
No.
hipper.
I code replacement hips for my living. I know how that works. It doesn't work that way.
He's a liar. What can I say? So Mr. Cochin was a
The shadow.
Mr. Cochin was a friend of Ambassador Alba.
A friend, quotation marks.
We didn't talk about that night, that one wistful night in the Alps.
So I'm guessing the smuggling money were the benefits.
There was much smuggling going on. I mean,
Through the back entrance.
oh, God.
Oh God! Yeah.
Behave yourself.
Back to the case. To the case.
What happens on extraterrestrial land stations?
We're gonna close the door of that lodge and get back to this. Kay, it's your line.
Yeah, if that's true, why did the ambassador kill him?
It's.
It's not like the case of my father where he ordered someone to do it.
Slow burn, 8,000 words.
I'm not laughing, you're laughing. Shut up.
The problem we have here is that we don't know what their exact relationship was.
Indeed, if they had complete trust in each other, then there is no motive for murder. However, both men were very selfish, and I believe that is from where his motive arose.
Now, where did I put that spare hip? Ding dong doogie.
Okay, well...
You're just repeating my lines now. Here we go.
So clearly this is the new line that we were given. So clearly it's something relating to this.
Yeah.
What are we thinking?
Yes. Look at my shiny badges. Yes.
Well, you
This-
killed him.
This badge I got in
You
the
killed him, you tell us.
This badge I got in the Alabast gym battle.
Weird.
What was in those Cadopian documents, though?
Yes.
No,
Have
that's Manny's.
Alabast.
Ah! There we go. That shows there was nothing between them. Because he was plotting behind his back. It provides a motive for killing him because Manny was clearly, he was conspiring to get the real statue. Behind Alba's back. It's ropey, I will admit it's ropey, but it's the best I've got right now. Confidence save? Can we confidence save?
Confidence save.
Yeah, confidence save. Confidence save. Yeah, good idea.
We
You
still don't get
coward!
it right.
You
We're gonna
absolute
save.
coward! How dare you confident save in front of me?
I would look through all of the evidence before we come down on that one, personally. But that's me.
Sure.
I gaze upon your visage and your safety save, and I.
It's a confidence save,
Safety save.
Master Albert, I swear.
How dare you!
Okay, so the statue itself.
Used to be real, was swapped for it.
Cowards, a lot.
Was used as a weapon.
Subscribe to Eback the Cat.
Yeah, do that, guys.
Samurai
Yeah, you
dogs doesn't really.
it.
Samurai dogs means nothing.
That's nothing.
That's my pick.
That's nothing. That's
Give that back.
nothing. That's nothing. That's nothing. We've already used that.
If
Yeah.
you go to my
We've already
shoes,
used
are
that.
they somewhere in here?
No.
Used that.
Give me my shoes.
No.
No.
Damn it.
No.
Give
No,
my shoes
I
back.
think Ebex's right on the money.
Yeah, I just want to double check.
Yeah.
Nothing really seems to fit.
Yeah, we haven't got anything.
Yeah.
We haven't got anything that. Yeah, I think you're right. I just wanted to be sure, kind of thing.
Yeah, that was a good call, Shadow.
Objection! If you want to know, I believe you did have a motive to kill. It was because Mr. Cochin had betrayed you. But you had your own reasons too. Namely, you wanted to pin the smuggling all on him. Evil begets evil, and because you were trying to test each other, it turned into this mess.
Objection! I don't believe this. You have a bad penchant for telling tall tales, Mr. Prosecutor.
Oh my god.
And if you're not, then I suppose you have some proof to support your argument.
I never use guesswork in moving my cases forward. Unlike a certain blue lawyer I know, it has been proven that this note was written by Mr. Cochin's hand.
Hot take, hot take.
Shall we take a look at it?
No, I'm not.
The content of the note is a request calling for the theft of Alabast's Plymouth statue. By killing him and pushing all of the guilt for the smuggling onto him, you walk away spotless. I believe you understand what I'm driving at? You had more than a few reasons to kill him.
Objection! Talk to the hand. It wants in. Are you finished with your hypothesizing?
Excuse me?
Let's suppose I did have a motive. Even so, a motive or a thought alone can't kill. Isn't that right?
I didn't expect him to resort to playing the semantics game with me. It appears that this is where the real battle will begin.
Now then, if you will excuse me.
Wait, what?
I told you at the very beginning, didn't I? You only get one question.
Ah!
Ambassador, if you could please give us a little bit more of your time. It doesn't matter what kind of man he was my subordinate. Which is why I would like us to figure out the real cause of his death.
That is something for Babal to figure out, and something to which I have no relation to.
On the contrary.
Now he's even turning down a request from Ambassador Paleno.
I'm very sorry, but it seems that now even my voice falls on deaf ears.
There is no need for you to apologize, Ambassador Paleno.
But there's one more voice that the Ambassador Alba could hear. The voice of crackling of your whip.
We must find some way to stop him from leaving.
I think it might be a crime if I break his kneecaps.
How dare you?
Francisco, are you able to tie that thing?
I still think that's a crime, Edgeworth.
It
Also-
seems there are no further objections. In that case, please allow me to return home. I have a pork pie waiting for me.
We're really delving into the Alabastian lore, aren't we? Pork pies and...
Did the pork pie hat?
Oh, he just disappeared. What the hell?
Is it lag?
Who Hold it right there, Ambassador Alba.
Oh?
Kay?
Like I said, Mr. Edgeworth, the Yggdrasil's legacy will live on through me.
Yes, but how do you suggest we stop him from leaving?
You just leave that to me.
Tackles him.
I'll send my army of
stop
brave
it.
ravens on him.
Ambassador Alba, do you recognize this?
No. Why should I recognize that tattered old organizer?
Wait, where have I seen that before?
This is the clue my father, Bern Faraday, left for us.
Did you say Bern Faraday?
Mr. Faraday's organizer. Don't tell me this is the one from the second KGH incident.
The one in which he wrote about the Atagaratu's key?
Yes, this organizer belonged to the prosecutor you had Miss You killed 7 years ago.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You said like it was related to me.
Inside this organizer, he wrote up every detail of every evil thing you did.
What an amusing little girl you are, but that sort of trickery won't work on me.
If you won't believe me, then take a look at this.
I'm an Alabastian. Mind the tricks don't work on me, only money.
What is that toy there?
Boom!
That's...
This thievery device was used by the Yggdrasil, or rather by my father.
I love how her scarf is just flickering in the noise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Invisible henchman, what are you doing?
There's a kitty cat.
I have a kitty cat. Meow.
7 years ago, he used this when he snuck into this embassy.
What is this magic?
These 2 pieces of evidence that hold the information the Yggdrasil dug up on you. If you go home now, I won't hesitate to send it all to Alabast right behind you.
Little girl, get to the point.
I want you to go up against Mr. Edgeworth one more time. If you win, then I'll hand over these 2 pieces of evidence.
Yatagarasu. Even the thorn in my side. Oh, ever the thorn in my side.
Kay, does that organizer really contain any information on his dirty dealings?
Nothing case-breaking, really.
Ah, then it was just a bluff.
Even if it was, we still can't let all the info my father and Uncle Bad found go to waste. Plus, just the existence of Little Thief is troublesome enough for him. Those 2 pieces, aren't they keeps... Oh, not you, not
I
me.
think you're stealing my light.
Yeah.
Those 2 pieces, aren't they keepsakes of your father, as you just mentioned?
It's okay. I believe in Mr. Edgeworth. He'll come out on top in the end.
Kay,
When the going gets tough, someone's got to be there to put the wind back in your sails.
After all this time, you're still quite the feisty one. I applaud your powerful nature.
We'll find a place for you on Master Java's sail barge.
I refuse to lose this, too. Ambassador Alba, you won't be returning home until you give us further testimony.
Bugger off. How dare you all, barring a person like me.
Ambassador Alba, your testimony, if you please.
All right, but this is the absolute last. Then, even if you use all of the power of Ambassador Paleno's office, you won't stop me.
Oh, are you so sure about that?
Yes, shut up.
I can't let this opportunity Kay has created for me go to waste. Alabasta.
Testimony.
Alba's Alibi, Part 2.
The last time I met with Mr. Cochin was here at the Theatrum Neutralis. After that, I was in Alabas the rest of the time, as I stated earlier. In any case, I did not see that Mr. Cochin again after that. So you see, there is no time span in which I could have killed him. Would you agree?
No.
Now, since you people were practically begging, I'll allow you to question me.
What an arrogant old man!
How dare you?
Yes, but no matter. We can't allow this chance to escape us.
I'm 37, I'm not old.
I will warn you, though. You've reached the end of my patience, and I have a gun. Waste my time with any inane questions, and you will be punished.
So any needless pressing or presenting will cost us more to our case?
In that case, the only thing you can do is to present the correct evidence. Understood?
Of course. I don't intend to let him intimidate me. I know Mr. Cochin was killed before he returned to Babal, in which case there is only one statement to which I need to present the evidence. Well, no pressing this time, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we can't press everything, because if we press everything, we die.
Yes.
This one, the final,
Gonna get
my
killed and
name's
shot.
Lionel.
I'm guessing there's more.
Ding dong.
Right, let's have a look through the
Wobbling ding dong, hobbing dogging,
That's
flogging, nobbing, lobbing, topping.
I feel like this is where the information at which time Ambassador Alba was returning to.
Thing is, why would they meet here? Because Heleno is the one who met the Steel Samurai.
Oh, that implies that Cochin could already be dead. Well, no,
Maybe.
because he...
Well, he's got the knife.
He was already dead because the knife has been...
Exactly, the knife's
It's been
there.
hidden in the flower.
The knife is there, so the knife that.
No. Is the knife there or is the knife handle there?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But why would he put the knife handle in there? I think the knife handle is there for two purposes. One, it got the knife out of Alabast and into the Theatre Neutralis. The only reason he'd do that is to kill, but he'd need to smuggle it back in through the front door. He'd need that with the bouquet.
Is this before? Have they exchanged bouquets here, or have they?
No, I don't think they exchange bouquets. I think it's just basically offering flowers to the Steel Samurai, which the Steel Samurai would put potentially in his cart.
Yeah. Possible.
And take away somewhere.
I still think this is our best option here.
I agree.
What's
Don't
the...
you-
what about the security footage?
The security footage shows us who entered Alabast, which is exactly what he mentions. He was at the Theatre Neutralis and then he went back to Alabast. It changes nothing.
Can you not press him on each statement at the moment?
If we do that, he said that he will literally give us a penalty. So
Oh.
Yeah, we will be penalised for
Cannot press
pushing.
him.
if we do, we will literally just lose health. Simple as that.
But you'll get.
We're gonna get
clues.
shot.
We might not get clues at all.
Normally, when they do that, that's indication that you've got everything you need. You don't need to press effectively.
Oh.
It's to prevent you from wasting time. Whereas if you
The game is like, don't F around and find out.
it's almost artificial difficulty. The fact that the game is persuading you not to press. You think, well, should I then press? But no, the game is telling you you've got everything you need.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically fuck around and find out.
So you're
No, don't.
trying to present the right bit of evidence against the next the right
Yeah.
bit
That's
of.
the right statement, yes.
Which this
Okay.
confirms he was in the Thoughts of Neutralis, but he didn't meet Cochin here. He met
Heleno.
but he has the knife, which proves that at some point the murder must have happened in that time he came in here.
He has the knife, so that proves he did the stabbing.
I mean, it's something. I'm pressing the button.
That's fair.
Objection!
Well, the music stops, that's a good start.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like you to take a look at this picture.
Take a look at
at
this
this
photograph.
It's
Every time I do, it makes me laugh. Because I got
It's,
you on a hook.
it's a rather nice picture, isn't it? It was to commemorate the restoration of relations between our nations.
That's a nice
Oh,
rhyme.
it's commemorative, all right. One that captures the proof I need to show that it was you who committed the murder.
Come again.
This is the knife that killed Mr. Cochin. I see you recognize it as well you should, for it was you who brought it to this theatre. You hid it among the flowers you were to give the Steel Samurai, meaning that you killed Manny Cochin here at the theatre.
It was all in the theater with the knife.
It's time for me to catch my flight.
No.
Objection! We're not through yet.
Objection! It's game over for you, Mr. Edgeworth. But I thank you for the entertainment. No matter how passionately you orate, the end result will still be the same. I won't be returning to this country ever again.
That's right. This man is an ambassador, and he has extraterritorial rights. No matter how hard we chase after him, he won't be able to have him tried in court.
Yes, that's exactly the face you should be making. I'm gonna take a picture of it, put it up on my wall. Oh, it's gonna be wonderful. The face of a worthless cur.
The picture.
Oh, do that one again. That was very funny. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, I must bid you farewell.
Hugh Lang.
Larry.
The courts. Is there no one who can lay a finger on this man?
I'm coming, Mr. Edgeworth.
Is this really the end?
Yes!
Yeah, there he is. There he is.
Agent Lang.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Prosecutor.
Get out of my way. My plane is scheduled to take off soon.
Sorry, but you're not going anywhere, Mr. Alba.
I'm through playing games with you people. You can't touch me. If you do, it would spark an international incident, Agent Lang.
Sorry, but no, it wouldn't.
Oh, I noticed he replied. He called him Mr. Alpha.
Yes. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Good job holding the fort down here until I got back. So, Mr. Alba, your diplomatic immunity has just been revoked.
Oh,
Yo!
what do you mean, revoke?
Can Interpol do that?
Spare me this nonsense and let me through.
Well, no, they can't. It has to be some. I think there's more to it, but I think it'll
Not
do
so
for now.
fast.
Into California,
Langsy
they can.
says, before aiming for the throat, chew the neck shield off first.
No, my neck shield.
Interpol headquarters in the Imperial household of the Kingdom of Alabast. Took a while to get things rolling, but they finally moved on it.
The Imperial household. You. What have you done?
Quite a lot. You've been relieved of your duties as ambassador, Mr. Alba.
No, get fucked.
What?
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 That man's face just shattered.
Effective today. Effective right now. And you have Mr. Prosecutor's videotape to thank for this.
The video the Yatagarasu protected?
You can't be arrested simply because you're an ambassador. In that case, I thought I'd strip you of that title.
Yes.
You underestimated me, a descendant of the founder of entertainment philosophy, Lang Zi. 4,000 years of deeply entrenched connections and networks around the world have really paid off.
It can't be. I'm
Punching
getting
himself.
older.
This is
I
hot.
don't believe this.
Incoming heart attack.
My ambassadorship has been revoked.
Looks like you're finally coming to grips with your new standing.
Woohoo! Looks like he's turned docile again.
I wouldn't be so.
He's probably in shock from the loss of his shield.
Maybe gathering strength.
What a shame. I had so wanted to use my whip on him.
Why is this happening to me? I'm just a hard-working, honest ambassador.
Sure.
Not so fast. Do you really think you can pull that on us now? We've already ripped away the mask and seen you for who you really are. Mr. Alba.
He went Super Saiyan.
He's gone super ambassador.
I do enjoy calling him Mr. though.
Yeah.
I won't be
Mr.
stopped
Alba.
now.
He still intends to fight us?
My diplomatic power is over 9,000.
So what if I am no longer an ambassador? You still don't have any evidence on me. The fact remains that you cannot arrest me.
Wanna bet? I'd expected no less from you, the boss of a smuggling ring. Well, the rest is up to you, Mr. Prosecutor.
Understood.
You say that I killed Mr. Cochin in the theater. But
Yes.
even if it's true that there was a knife in my bouquet, I left that bouquet in the theater. So anyone could have taken it out of there and used it, right? Besides, the claim that he was killed here itself is odd. After all, wasn't his body discovered in Babal? Are you claiming that I carried his body all the way over there? Preposterous!
Not you.
Objection.
Somebody else did.
I'll be the one to prove whether it's preposterous or not. Ex-Ambassador Alba, are you ready?
I will have your head.
Because this is no game. This is war.
His diplomatic coin. He's an ex-ambassador.
Because this is no game. This is war. Ambassador Alba's Alibi Part 3.
Also, Weird, your voice for Alba is amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's perfect.
Especially your objection. You know, you're very commanding.
Objection! I killed Mr. Cochin in this theater using a knife that was stuck in my bouquet.
Yes.
I left that bouquet in the theater. Anyone could have taken a knife from there. Besides, Mr. Cochin's body was discovered in Babal, right? There is no way for me to have transported his body from the theater to Babal.
Actually, there kind of is, sir.
Look, don't you think you've had enough fun with me? You've already stolen my ambassadorship from me. Would you have me surrender too?
Actually, yes.
Also, trust me, Queer, because none of this was fun.
Also, how could it be? How could I steal it from you if I don't have the ambassadorship myself?
That's
I'm
fair
not
point.
currently holding the ambassadorship, so I didn't steal it
Quiet,
from you.
you.
Technicalities are what the Lang dynasty is built on. You have no plans to ever return to this country. Isn't that right?
Mm.
Did you know that a bunch of your subordinates are seeking asylum because of you?
As if I care.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Boot this guy out of the embassy and we can finally end everything.
I know, and I will give it my all to see that he leaves in handcuffs. Without the title of ambassador, he is just another witness.
Yes. Just another witness.
You put that
Francisca,
down.
no, down.
She crunch.
All right. What are we waiting for? Let's get this guy.
I'll sort the crunch. Don't worry.
I hate you all.
I hate you all.
I hate you.
This
I hate
whipping
you.
sounds.
I hate all of you. At my house.
Lang.
Lang!
And get him good.
I wonder if they understand that all I can do is present evidence to the testimony.
What? You don't have a knife?
Ah,
Did you not bring a weapon with you? I thought that was part of prostitute school.
Flingen, flongen, blugen, baggen, wabben, schnappen, maggen.
Hold it!
Oh?
That's right. As I explained earlier,
As per my previous email.
the commemorative photo shows that you had the knife on your personage.
Objection! You have no proof that the bouquet was prepared by me, isn't that right?
Excuse me?
The fact that there was a knife in the bouquet was something I wasn't aware of.
Oh god, it's the suitcase defense.
What a pathetic excuse.
Shut your hole.
The weapon that was used is one of your national treasures.
Which only you are allowed to touch.
It isn't exactly something anyone other than you could touch, let alone take.
I allowed some of my trusted subordinates to handle them. It could have been my secretary.
You're an even bigger slime ball than I thought.
Shut your hole.
Yes.
You would push the guilt of Mr. Coach's murder onto one of your own subordinates?
The subordinates
Okay,
that are
so-
seeking asylum right now.
In any case, the fact that my knife was in the bouquet means nothing.
Your knife, your confession is that, Ambassador? Former Ambassador, ex-Ambassador Albert?
The knife that killed Manny Cochin, that knife.
Hold it!
Oh?
He's losing it. Now's your chance.
You still wish to deny your actions?
And you still wish to deny reality and accuse me of murder.
I reject reality and substitute my own. What? I am not in denial.
Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth.
He's not in denial, he's just in a river in Egypt.
Okay.
Yeah. What? Hang on. I got it. I just.
I can help you with this.
Even though he's not an ambassador anymore, he's still got a real bad attitude.
Of course I do. You're in my face.
I believe it's because he's no longer an ambassador that he can let himself speak freely. Oh wow.
Quite the dude on that dude.
Well, if he's not holding anything back, then neither should I.
You leave me alone.
Wait, for the sake of the case, please refrain from what I think you're about to do.
You leave me alone.
No, Edgeworth, let Kay say fuck.
Quite the pair of
Yeah,
frightening
say
women you
the
are.
fuck word.
But I digress.
Hold it! Even if he was found in Babal, he was killed somewhere else.
Objection! Did you not hear me go? Stop bluffing, because you can't prove what you're claiming. If this were a court-martial in my country, you'd have already been removed from the room.
Well, thank god it isn't then.
Are you taunting us on purpose? Because I'd be happy to show you my claws.
Take off those
Hold it.
sunglasses. You
Hold
look
on.
like a Pokemon.
Hold on, Agent Lang. Allow me to fight him my way, with evidence.
No, can we just have a smash bros brawl in the middle of this arena, please?
I have a gun.
I have a whip. Your argument is invalid.
I was just joking. I'm not so easily ruffled by the likes of them.
Too bad. I have a gun. No.
Are you just going to keep repeating that until somebody finds it funny? Because it's worked.
No, I'm no longer an ambassador. It still could have been an international incident.
Yeah.
And I'm a marksman.
If you have the will to threaten us with that mouth of yours and the gun, which probably hasn't fired live rounds since '73, then perhaps you can use it to return to the testimony.
What, my
Getting
gun?
spicy in this stream.
What is happening this episode?
Very well. I'll put it away. But to be fair, you should watch what you say as well.
To be fair, I was
Pull
also
your pants
thinking
up as
of.
well.
I was also thinking how the.
ding 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 ding
Ah!
ding ding.
I was
ding.
thinking of something that
We're
could
not
have
going
been
to
that.
do Crazy Frog.
Hold it.
Shush.
Is that really so? You could have easily blackmailed your subordinates to be quiet and then move the body.
Objection! That's quite an insult to me and my subordinates, and I'm afraid we can't have that. It's very difficult to enter my embassy, as the guards always conduct a thorough check.
Really?
If someone so much as makes an unnatural movement, it would arouse their suspicions, and it would arouse me.
Okay, excuse me.
Is that a gun in your pocket, or are you just happy to see your guards?
Put
It's
it
a gun.
away.
It's a gun. It's a gun.
I mean, back when Evac was talking about, not firing it in a while, I had considered how it could have gone something along the lines of, yes, and that's not all that's been firing blanks for the past 20 years.
Oh,
Come to think of it, there wasn't anything unnatural about him in the footage, aside from the fact that he's a fucking criminal.
And have a gun.
wait. Let me think about that for a second. Mr. Alba said that the guard would become suspicious if someone acted unnaturally. But then, by the same token, the guard would not become suspicious if someone were to act naturally. If we retrace Mr. Alba's movements, we should find some hint to solving this case.
Well, right after the Steel Samurai stage show, he went back to Alabast, right?
From there, he started preparing for his speech in the Alabastian embassy.
It does sound like it wasn't possible for him to have gone to the Balabazi. Oh, fuck's sake.
I can help you here.
Babalese embassy. There we go.
Babalese.
I don't know why I fucked up.
Baloo's embassy.
He couldn't have gone to Babal, but the body didn't remain at the theatre either. Is it possible that the body was temporarily taken to a different location first?
Almost like it was in that strange bulge we saw earlier.
Have you met my friend Baloo the Bear's embassy?
No, I don't want to.
Objection! Actually, I do believe there is a way to transport the body out of the theatre. Perhaps you should give this a look.
What is that
Music stop.
supposed to be? My wedding tape?
No.
It's footage from a security camera that captured the state of the immigration area.
I'm glad it's not the wedding tape. My wife is dead. Should I congratulate
say,
you on
you were
getting your
married?
hands on it?
You were married?
Could marry
I
you.
was,
People make mistakes, Shadow.
but then I bought a
True,
gun.
it's true.
I thought you were gonna say I was married to my gun.
I was married to my country.
Yes, well,
Just letting you know that we're not the only ones watching your every movement.
thank you for the warning.
You're not welcome.
Now, if you could take a good look at this section here. This lump here inside the push cart. Do you know what's causing it, Ambassador?
Oh
Help me!
no! Do you mean to stop the gun in my pocket?
Please,
George,
dear
we already had the
doctor.
joke.
That tickled me.
Time of death 1902, 2022 at 1956. WeirdFTW is finally murdered by himself.
Wait, no, it's manslaughter. Unless you intended to do it.
Oh, whatever.
Should I? Because I don't. All I see is a wonderful bulge.
Shush.
In that case, allow me to enlighten you.
Sure.
This is the cause of the unnatural lump under the cloth in your pushcart. It is
Say it's a gun. I'm going to strangle something.
Cool off.
cloth.
It's Cochin's quote-unquote gun.
Take that.
What is the meaning of showing me that?
It's to say that the unnatural bulge in the pushcart is Mr. Cochin's body. You had the Steel Samurai wheel his body away from the real crime scene.
What a guess.
Also,
I
fuck,
wonder
you
if
guessed
you
right.
have any evidence to support it.
We fished Larry out from the pond. Asked him.
I admit that for now it is but a hypothesis. However,
If you can't prove it, then I'm afraid I must be on my way.
No.
I don't have any more time to play with you
Hold on, Detective
people.
Gunch went to Babal. Maybe he'll find it.
Oh.
Hold it!
Oh,
Nailed it!
Sorry I took so long, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
with his theme playing as well.
There's the boy.
Yes.
oh my.
Gummy?
Detective Gumshoe, is that the Steel Samurai's pushcart?
Yes, sir. I found it in the open air stage area.
Alba, what are you doing?
So that's where you went.
Alba's sprite looks very suspicious right now.
I'm using the force.
Force don't work on detectives.
That's
The
not how the
detective
phone
spirit
works.
that Pops left with me.
No, he's using his hand to stick Gumshoe's hand to his head.
You're not looking. You will not look at the pushcart.
Cannot move your hand away from your head.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
I thought I'd follow my gut and go with it, sir.
Mr. Pallone, meanwhile, Pallone is just like, oh, it's a lovely set of flowers.
Bunch of flowers.
Oh, I think I like this one the most.
Look, I love how Francesca just looks like she's just completely done.
Yeah.
She is completely done with all of this nonsense.
Lemming?
Can I
I
leave?
am surrounded by idiots.
Can I just leave? You seem very
I am
distracted.
surrounded by idiots.
No, you're using the force on Gumshoe. You stay.
It's gonna lift off the ground in a minute.
So, Mr. Edgeworth, is this worth anything to the case?
Yes. It just might play a major role in saving this case, Detective.
Yeah.
Something isn't right. I thought that the entire samurai family was in Alabast. Where exactly in the open-air stage area did you find this pushcart?
I found it just lying there at the edge of the stage, sir.
Oh? Well, let's leave that for now and examine the inside, Detective.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
There's a
Well,
body
that's
bin in
actually
here.
red for dried blood or whatever.
It's my jam. I left that there.
It's fine, it'll do for this.
This is my jam. Finding guilty parties.
Ah.
Ooh.
Only one man would dare to give me raspberry jam.
Lone Star.
How dare you, Paleno? Go on.
It's blood.
This must be Mr. Cochin's blood, which only goes to prove that Mr. Cochin's body was indeed transported by this pushcart.
Oh, you're in trouble.
I believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Cochin at this theatre and then placed his body inside the pushcart. And then you forced the Steel Samurai to unwittingly move the body for you.
Larry, move this shit. Objection! I forced him to move the body to Alabast. What nonsense! Why would I bother to do such a thing?
Objection! You were scheduled to make a speech in Alabast, meaning it was difficult for you to make a stop in Babal. However, what if you moved the body to Alabast? Because it was your embassy, you could keep an eye on it and tamper with the evidence. And then you smuggled it out of Alabast.
No!
If I can show you how you moved the body from Alabast to Babal, then I win.
But you can't. The security between the two countries is incredibly tight.
I'll be the one to
enough.
I'll be the one to judge whether I cannot prove it. And so I ask you to provide us with testimony regarding your movements after your return to Alabast.
Miles Edgeworth. Have you figured it out? Do you know how the body was moved?
To be honest, I have nothing to support my hypothesis at this time. However, I don't believe I've made a mistake in my logic up to this point. Which means...
There is no question that can't be answered, right?
the primitive statue was smuggled successfully through a brief flight through the air.
Don't tell me they yeeted the body over there.
So why shouldn't there...
I'm going to cry.
So why shouldn't there be an answer as to how the body was moved? Which means there must be a logic flaw somewhere I can exploit. Movements in Alabast.
After I returned to Alabast, I had my picture taken with the Steel Samurai, shaking hands with that freak. Then, just as I was about to start my speech, the Yatakurasu appeared. I feared for the national treasures, so I raced back to my office.
Well, that was a fucking lie.
Is that all?
Yes, that's all.
Objection! It looks like you left out a few things, such as the murder of Damask II. Furthermore, you left out the part about meeting with me in your office.
Ah, those trifling matters. I don't believe I need to speak of those things again. I do so hate to waste time.
What?
Soon you're gonna have a lot of time to waste.
Is not every life precious?
Can I ask something real quick? We had like this spinning fire case, right? Does that lead into the other embassy?
I don't think so.
No, it's just a switch between two adjacent rooms in both embassies.
Yeah, in both embassies. So if the thing switches, you can go from one embassy to the other.
But old bag was in the other room.
No, because they are in two separate wings of the building.
Yeah, they're not attached to either side. It was individual wings.
I thought I had something there.
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's fine. That's fine.
I was thinking about the same thing way before, but no, unfortunately, it's not like that.
Do you really need me to answer that for you?
Objection! People like you cannot be allowed to wander freely through society.
Then you'd better try hard, because I doubt you'll find a single contradiction.
He's really full of himself, isn't he?
Yes, he is. How can he be so confident at a time like this?
Yeah, I really think he should work his gun out of his asshole.
Come, don't be shy. Go ahead and ask whatever you'd like.
Rebuttal. Movements on the best. We're gonna
Press all the things.
and press all the things. We're gonna continue with this after a short break.
That's right.
Oh wow, I did not notice the time.
Yeah.
I, Mr. Alba, would like to implore our audience to check out the link provided in the chat.
Really?
I may be rather evil, but you can do good for disabled gamers by donating to Game Blast. We have hit our target. Maybe we can see how much further this rocket ship can go. And if we get to 2.6k during the stream, I'll break out the tombola.
That's right.
The more you donate, the quicker Mr. Alba goes to jail.
Yes.
As much as I hate
out more
Mr.
and more.
Alba, that's a good deal.
Yes, that's a fantastic deal. Yes.
That's just amazing. You doing it as Alba.
Yes. Somebody clip that.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely going to clip that, I think.
Please consider donating. We've hit a target, but we want to see how much further we can go. Please consider it. It would be amazing.
5,000 is the next kind of milestone where you'll get rewards from all of us. It's a long way away, but every little helps. We're at 2,545 right now. That means an extra £55. Weird will spin the tombola and get you a reward.
Yes. Tombola
Yeah,
draws every £100 point of raising, but we're not asking you raise to donate exactly 55 or 45 or however much or 100. Just any amount that you can consider donating is very much appreciated and will get announced here on the live stream. So please consider it. It would be very much appreciated, and special effects would appreciate it too.
We'll be right
don't
back.
worry. Yeah, and don't worry if you absolutely can't donate anything. Just share it. Sharing is good as well.
You
Indeed.
can promote it among your friends, your co-workers, anyone. It will be a great thing to do, a great effort too.
Definitely consider sharing the link to Weird Blast, which is justgaming.com/fundraising/Weird Blast 22 with anyone you believe could also assist with the cause. We'll be right back, ladies.
I thought we was having a break, Mr. Edgeworth.
We are. We're having a break now. We'll be right back. And we are back in the room. Hello, everyone. We're about to continue on with Ace Attorney investigations and finally wrap up this case and this game. Let's do this.
Hope so, because it's been kind of... Alba doesn't want to shush.
Alba doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to go. He's, being awkward. Okay.
Where was I? Oh, yeah.
Hold it.
Oh?
Are you trying to communicate with bats?
So... Why was it
finding any human friends around here?
Why was it only with the Steel Samurai? I thought the Pink Princess was also around.
The Pink Princess was suffering from a bad hip at the time. I stole it. I told you I had an extra hip. And the doctors recommended that she'd rest.
Wow, so you do have a soft side after all.
Debatable.
The pain of a bad hip. I suppose none of you can really understand how it feels.
Oh,
people.
We just had a donation of £53. Richard W. Gumshoe Jr. donated £53.
That's fantastic.
That brings it to £2,598.
Does somebody have a quid 60 to throw at the cause? I'll
No.
spin the tombola.
I'm just trying to figure out what the W stands for.
It's fair.
Winning.
I'll update you when I see the message actually come through. But thank you so much for the donation. That's very kind.
I can tell you what the W stands for.
Yes?
Go on.
It's wooden top. It's another slang for detective.
Oh, there goes my 10 years worth of annual salaries. Oh, heck, it's worth it. Oh, brilliant.
Okay.
Oh, so you tend to strain your back as well, huh?
But isn't that just because you're normally all hunched over?
Yeah,
He did need to keep up the act no matter what, I suppose.
The point of this is not to discuss my back problems.
they're self-inflicted.
For about 15 minutes after our handshake, I was in my office preparing for the speech.
Hold it.
Oh?
That Yatagaratsu was just a trick you had set up.
A most amusing joke. And how do you propose that I set it up?
If you really want to know, I can explain it in detail for you. You arrange the spotlights in the rose garden so that when you were to take the stage, the audience would see the Yatagaratsu's shadow.
Oh, that is an interesting tale. Sadly, it has nothing to do with me.
You! What's it going to take for you to fess up to everything?
1 million.
Very well then.
$1 million.
Well then, let's move on to a different question. After the Yatagaratsus appeared, what was the state of the rose garden?
Everyone took refuge inside the embassy. I even helped with the efforts. And then, once everyone was inside, well, I pulled out the gun.
Hold it!
Oh.
And what happened after you returned to your office?
I don't want to keep on repeating this. However, Upon my return, I had that stroke of bad luck and bumped into Mask Man.
Objection! And I don't want to keep on repeating this either. But his name was Damask II.
Who cares what he was called? By the time he got to the Primaduck statue that he was supposed to steal, it had already been swapped for the fake. Talk about an unlucky man. Be bludgeoned to death with a fake statue. It's not just how she copes. Just slaps the floor several times and will whip.
Okay.
Miss Von Karma is really letting her whip fly now.
Yeah. I think the scary part is her silence while she's doing it.
She must be.
Me this time.
She must be at the limit of her patience as well. The physical attacks are meaningless here. Only evidence will suffice. I can't find a single flaw in his argument. At this rate, I won't be able to prove that he is actually guilty of anything.
Are we finished here?
Miles Edgeworth, can you not come up with how the body was moved to Babal?
Sir!
Mr. Edgeworth.
Even after proving so much, is he gonna get away with it?
Is this the end?
Larry, please.
Ah!
You found this baby!
It would be a great honor if you would allow us to be your allies in battle. Even Magistrate, it is time for you to play.
Yes.
The Steel Samurai?
No, you're mistaken. Here I am.
Steel Samurai Daddy! Married man of Neo Old Tokyo! And this is... Pink Princess Mummy!
This day goes from bad to worse. The two people I wanted to see the least. Larry, what are you two doing here?
Way to show your gratitude, Edgy! We just wanted to help, yeesh! I'm gonna get the bad guy with a single thrust of my samurai!
Objection, go away!
That is the perfect objection.
We're asking to let ahead. This is how you treat us?
Yes. Well, isn't this grand? And I see they managed to find the Iron Infant.
Does that really matter right now?
Hey! Is it just me or is the Iron Infant completely soaked?
He's the drowned infant now.
Oh, yeah. I found him a Babal, but he was in the middle of the pool.
Wait a second. Larry, go back to what you just said.
Huh? Oh, it appears that we made it...
No, not that far back! Something about finding the Iron Infant in Babal. And you found it in a pool? I don't recall there being one in Babal.
The fountain is restored. The fountain is connected.
Oh, that! Oh, well, I was in Alabast the whole time. So I had no idea how the Iron Infant wound up in Babal. I thought I'd lost him in the Rose Garden. But I guess maybe this cute kid can swim, huh?
Wait, what? Larry, you lost the Iron Infant in the Rose Garden? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure. But I found him in...
Hold it! That's enough, Larry. The Iron Infant that Larry lost managed to move between the two countries. Furthermore, the iron infant was found soaked in the middle of a pool. This is what I've been looking for. It's another smuggling route between the countries.
I was wondering when the
underground.
fountain would be brought up. It was just sitting there and not doing anything.
Also, I was hoping that Edgeworth was like, Larry, that's enough before you incriminate yourself again.
Yeah. The key to the route the iron infant took to travel from Blaster Bell is bilateral symmetry.
Natural symmetry.
Ah, that's right. The assembly was built with bilateral symmetry in mind. Detective Gumshoe,
Well, technically, that's what symmetry is.
Yes, sir?
there is a location I wish for you to examine post-haste. It is where I believe the route used to smuggle Mr. Koshin's body lies.
Does something that really exists, sir?
An embassy built on bilateral symmetry, meaning that this is where we need to examine.
Yeah, the opposite side of
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Take that.
Yes, sir. I'll be back before you know it.
Oh, that's why Mr. Kochin's. That's why the body didn't show any effects of being burnt.
Is that where the construction is? They've built over it or something.
Yeah.
It's too late. It doesn't matter now what you do. It's all a waste of time.
Not so fast. You will stay here with us and wait.
I love that everyone is just facing the same direction.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
This is Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth, it's here, sir.
Ha
Wow.
There's a reservoir here, just like in the Rose Garden.
Just as I suspected.
What is it?
The two sides of this embassy are mirror images of each other, which means that there is also a pool at the corresponding location on the Babalese side. Mr. Coach's body was moved into Babal through the pool in Alabast.
Objection! Avoiding the topic with a vague answer like that is unbecoming of a prosecutor. If you don't mind, I'd like to see more physical proof, if you have any.
Okay then. The Iron Infant is positively soaked in water. Why do you think that is? It's because he was fished out of a pool, and not just any pool. It was the Babalese one. I think it's pretty obvious at this point what must be true.
Yep.
The water reservoirs in the two courtyards are connected.
Objection! Where's your proof that the two sides are connected?
Objection! The proof is right there, before your eyes. The half-drowned Iron Infant.
This blasted doll! Could have also proved by actually sending Gumshoe through. Just to see
Mr.
if-
Edgeworth, I'm back. Please don't make me swim, sir. This jacket's pretty heavy. Hey,
That's because
Don't
it's not
tell
full of
me.
holes.
you guys figured everything out without me.
Oh!
We did, thanks to this hero of justice's son. Even if he is just a doll, he managed to help foil the villain.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Look, I don't want to say this, but it's kind of unlikely that the body just happened to have passed through to Babal.
Yeah, I don't think there's a current between them.
This guy's a doll, and he's small, so I can believe it made it, but
He has a point.
Yes, that's right. I'm glad someone here understands. Mr. Edgeworth, are you going to next propose that a dead body can swim through a pipe?
you see, Mr. Prosecutor, our chase after this man is far from over.
Agent Lang.
Agent Lang, you're driving the story insane.
That's my job.
Why is he helping Mr. Alba out now?
He's not. He's realized a flaw in my argument and is helping to move the logic along. In which case, should I return the favor and find an answer?
And another thing. Mr. Coach's body was found in his office in Babal.
That still bothers me.
So what happened to his body after it was transported to the open-air stage?
Mr. Alba had an accomplice in Babal, remember?
You mean Sheena, right?
With her there, you can see how it was possible to move the body up to the office.
Objection! Are you seriously claiming that she swam through the connecting pipe with the body?
He's right. Miss Sheena would drown if she did that.
Wait a minute.
It's hard to imagine that she swam through the connecting pipe.
Looks like your hypothesis about how the body was moved is still only half-baked. Or should I say half-drowned? In the end, it's all just the befuddled musings of an accusatory man.
But in
Can we look at the
Now then,
Stop using the Force.
I believe you should give up and allow me passage. You will give up and allow me passage. Ooh.
No.
Not weak-minded. Yes, Shadow?
We'll give up and allow you passage.
Go!
Can we
Move along,
check
move along.
the Hushba? Can we check
Sorry.
the fountain entry in here?
Hmm.
Auto refills when the water when the water level is too
low.
low.
If
But
the,
where from?
from the spouts there. But here's my thinking. They use that water to fight the fire in Babal.
Yes.
So naturally, the water level would descend. The body could then flow or float between the two areas, and then when it refills, is lifted back up.
Yes.
But they're not notice the body though, but
It was covered, so they wouldn't have had any reason to notice.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's ropey, but
Yeah,
it feels a little bit far-fetched, but it's fine.
Allow me passage. Come on now.
No.
Because from the start, there was no feasible method of transporting the body.
what?
Mr. Prosecutor recalls Sheena's movements.
What was happening in the embassy around the time Miss Sheena was in Babal?
Oh, if only there was a way to get rid of the water in the pool.
Get rid of the water?
Hmm.
Ah, that's it!
Now, I believe this time we really are done, right?
No.
Objection! Unfortunately for you, it's far from over, Mr. Alba.
You are a most persistent man.
Says you.
Do I need to remind you I have a gun? Are you saying that you thought of a way to move the body through the water?
Yes.
Move the body through the water. That is completely unrelated to how it was done.
Excuse me?
The reason I say that is because there wasn't any water there at the time.
What do you mean there wasn't any water?
Were you not listening to him?
Just what it sounds like. Tonight's events made it possible to drain the water, allowing the body to be moved.
The fire.
The fire.
That's a lot of water there.
Take that.
Well, there's two fires, weren't there?
Tonight, the Yatagaratsu set fire to a variety of locations in the Babalese embassy. In order to put the fires out, much of the reservoir's water was used. Of course, when the water was used, the reservoir's water level went down. If enough water was drained, the connecting pipe could be used to traverse the border.
Objection! So what? The water level went down? The reservoirs were connected? Does any of this matter? You cannot prove any of this.
My body weren't wet.
Pretending to be ignorant won't work with me. We both know what kind of situation we're in right now. Even in a game, there comes a critical game-changing moment. A moment in which you hit a wall that you must overcome in order to beat the game.
I haven't lost yet.
I found the route you used to smuggle the body, and that route will lead to your defeat.
Even if all the water was used by fighting the fire.
Yeah.
You still
Yeah,
can't
yes.
really call that a smuggling route.
I know that.
I should have figured that you would notice. Hey, Mr. Alba, how deep are those pools anyway?
I'll have you know those pools are extremely deep. And there are no ladders or footholds along the walls either.
It would be difficult for Sheena to hold the body and climb up out of the pool.
Ladders or footholds along the walls? There was no need for such things.
Rope? What do you mean?
His body floats.
If one were to use a certain something, they could go up or down the pool at will.
Oh? And looks like you've got an answer already.
Damn, they found my floaty.
Well, what are you waiting for, Mr. Prosecutor? Enlighten us already.
The way in which Miss Sheena and the body were able to rise up to ground level, if there was a way to control the water level, that could be the way the body was moved. This was used so that the body and Miss Sheena could move up and down in the pool.
They tie a rope around the body?
No, the fountain spouts. If they could increase the water
They
amount.
refill when it's empty.
Alright.
They auto refill.
Yeah, makes sense.
Mr. Alba used the fountain spouts in a manner of speaking.
He used the fountain spouts? How so?
The water level in the pools can be controlled by opening and closing the spouts. Miss Sheena and the body were lifted upward by their buoyancy in water. The fire on the bubbly side and the firefighting effort. These were set in motion, all for the sake of smuggling Mr. Cochin's body.
That also explains why it wasn't burned by the flames.
Is that drifting?
That also explains why it wasn't burned by the flames much. It wasn't in there long enough to be burned.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, I feel like Kay was chasing after Sheena while Sheena was carrying the body.
Shall I show you where the final destination of my train of logic leads?
No, I'm not interested.
All aboard the logic train. Choo-choo. First, Mr. Alba closed the fountain spouts in advance in the preparation for the things to come.
I didn't do that.
Then he took the pushcart that was brought to the rose garden
Actually, I did that!
and pushed it along with the Iron Infant and Mr. Cochin's body into the pool.
Oh, I did do that.
At this time, Miss Sheena was busy conveniently starting the first fire in Babal. Then she made for the open-air stage pool to wait for the firefighting effort to begin. When the firefighters used the water in the pool, the water level went down. And by the time the fire was put out, the pipe between the two pools was exposed.
Yoink.
This is when she pushed the pushcart from Alabast into Babel. Once that was accomplished, Mr. Alba simply opened the fountain spouts once more.
So she did take your float.
And the water level rose up to its original level, along with Miss Sheena and the body.
But she can't swim.
After that, Miss Sheena used the pushcart to carry the body up to the Secretariat's office. There's an elevator at the embassy after all, so you see, even with her small frame, she could have easily transported Mr. Cochin's body. And that wraps up my thorough explanation of how the body was moved. The logic train has reached its destination.
Crunch.
Oh, she crunch.
She crunched.
Crash hit me way after y'all.
What's that?
The crunch hit me way after it hit everyone else, it seemed like.
As I was saying, grr.
Well, ex-Ambassador Alba, what do you think? Not so untouchable without your precious extraterritorial rights to protect you, are you?
I knew you could do it, Mr. Edgeworth. Way to fight back.
Objection! You accuse me of moving the body across country lines. But when you get down to the nitty-gritty, you don't have what it takes to indict me.
Nitty-gritty? What does this old man want now?
Proof, I believe, is what he seeks.
Yes, proof. Without any, who is to say whether or not any of what you said really happened?
He wants proof? What are we going to do, Mr. Edgeworth?
There is no need to worry. I've had all the proof we need all along. The body wasn't the only thing to go through the pool's connecting pipe tonight. Just as Detective Gumshoe found the pushcart in the open-air stage area... just hit me. So there too did I find one other item there. And that piece of evidence is what will prove that the pools were the smuggling route.
Are you talking about me?
This was another thing that was smuggled over to Babal's open-air stage area. The pick.
Take that!
Take that!
Oh, yes.
And what exactly is this?
Ha! You have no idea, do you? This little piece that I found on the bubbly side will be your undoing.
A guitar pick? Would you care to explain how that is going to do me in, as it were?
Oh, that was mine, Duncan.
Much to your chagrin, perhaps, but this is not a guitar pick.
What?
This is something I found at the open-air stage, which was transported with the body. I naturally assumed you would recognize it, since you took a photo with it, after all. But since you don't, allow me to show you in on what I found at the stage actually belongs to. It's the missing petal.
It's the missing leaf.
Oh!
Take that. Let's take a good look at the murder weapon that was used to kill Manny Cochin. On the handle of this knife, there was a beautifully blooming flower. However, it would appear that it's missing a single petal. Now, let's see what happens when we try to fit this pick in that open slot. Okay.
It's a perfect fit!
I assume that the petal must have fallen off the flower during Mr. Cochin's murder, and then it was accidentally placed into the pushcart along with Mr. Cochin's body.
Objection! That's an interesting story. Nothing more.
Objection! Oh, I assure you, it's more than just a story. Because for some odd reason, this flower petal was wet when we found it.
It was wet, you say?
Yes. And the only place it could have gotten wet is from the open-air stage's pool. Now I ask you, how did a part of a weapon, which was smuggled into the theatre, wind up in this open-air stage area on the Ababali side of the embassy? I don't think I need to waste any words explaining this, as this petal explains it all for me. It proves that someone went from the Rose Gardens pool on through to the Babal.
Yes!
Impossible!
The people of Zangfa have been waiting to see you. Face to face, Mr. Alba. I'll tell everyone back home we'll be here soon. You should be happy.
Why?
Why? It's a little too late to be asking that question. You should have known from the very beginning, when you took your first life. No matter how you may plot or how you may try to cover it all up, you can never hide from your crime and what you've done. Because we're here to see that justice is served to the people like you.
Objection! You can't call what you've given a perfect argument.
Oh, Christ.
Want a bet?
Can someone please just cuff this guy?
I don't think this guy is going to ever admit his wrongdoings, Mr. Edgeworth. Because he values himself above all else. People who can't be negotiated with are people who who refuse to admit when they've lost. I don't believe those kind of people exist because everyone breaks eventually.
You're right. In that case, I have no choice but to use all of the evidence I have. I'll use it all until he breaks under the weight of his crimes. Miss Alba, I request that you testify once more. This really will be the end of the line.
You promise?
To be continued.
Jesus Christ!
Ah, come on. This is the
Come
last.
on!
I'm already
Last
kind of
100
tired
meters,
from
we could
today.
do
I'm
it.
getting frustrated. I've missed my flight.
Oh, that's a you problem, sir.
Yes, indeed.
We're going to the end of the line.
We better.
Mm-hmm.
March 15th, 33 a.m. What a time. Theatre Neutralis lobby. I'm very tired.
Oh,
Edgeworth
what a
is-
time.
Edgeworth
Says
has
Edgeworth.
been awake for how long at this point?
Yeah, quite a long
Like a
time.
week.
Hey.
It's fine.
Time.
Ugh.
Mr. Alba, I request that you testify once more.
Bugger off! As if there's
No, you
anything else for
bugger
me-
off.
As if there's anything I want to. As if there's anything else for me to testify about.
I still have yet to fully prove that it was Mr. Alba who murdered Mr. Cochin. Well, I would like to hear about your movements before the murder occurred. I wonder if you could tell us about what you did here at the Theatre Neutralis.
Very well. I suppose I could tell you about that. Because about all I did was watch the Steel Samurai Sage, so.
Ha!
Yeah.
Elaborating on even that alone is good enough for me. The only way for me to place this man under arrest is to pinpoint the exact location of where the murder took place, but that is the key to this investigation.
Do you think it was during the stage show?
Maybe. The Steel
Perhaps.
Testimony, the Steel Samurai show.
I watched from the last row. The stage was well lit, but it was dark out in the audience. I swear I was there in the audience, but it's hard to prove that, I suppose. I do remember the contents of the show very well, though. Is that proof enough for you?
No.
Those moving scenes were seared into this old man's heart. I'll never forget them.
So you were in the theatre proper watching the Steel Samurai stage show, were you?
Of course I was. I have a great fondness for the Steel Samurai. Not for the one inside, but... Yeah, that was pretty cool up there, wasn't I?
You're not the one who was cool. It's the Steel Samurai who is cool.
Oh, shut up!
Sure, Edgeworth. If that helps
Yeah,
you sleep at night.
Yeah, and the Steel Samurai's special move today was really something, huh?
Hmm? Hey, Angie! Who is she? Who is this cute girl?
She's
She's-
underage, Larry.
She's been standing here this whole time, and only now he notices her.
That's not the problem here, sir. Back away from the child.
Her name is Kay Faraday, and she's helping me in my investigation.
Sorry I didn't get to introduce myself earlier, but better late than never.
Yeah! So, Kay, I'm Larry Bats!
Silence in the peanut gallery! There is no time for such trivialities at a time like this, and she's also underage. Back off!
Mr. Prosecutor, this is the final battle. You got that?
Better be. I'm so tired.
I know, this is the end. For that man there.
Who, me? Oh,
Yes.
I'm Larry.
Now that's the kind of
both of
thing
you.
I like to hear. I think I'll give trusting you a try, Mr. Prosecutor. Or rather, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yo!
You know what that is?
Huh.
Growth.
Character development!
I leave this critical battle up to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yo!
Have no fear, I will finish the job.
I really like Lane.
This really is the end game. Time has come to expose every last one of Mr. Alba's lies.
Go get him, boy.
Butthole.
The Steel Samurai Show.
Not!
Also,
Hold it.
I love how Francesca just interrupted Nari at that
Yeah.
point. Like,
Nope.
I could just imagine her like picking him up, like twisting him by his ear, just like, no.
The last row? I should think that an ambassador would have had special seating reserved.
I wanted my staff to enjoy the Steel Samurai show as well.
Sure.
So I gave up all of the good seats for them. It was enough for me to simply see them.
I refuse to believe that.
Hey, the samurai wasn't the only hero. Let's not forget about the pink princess here.
My dear madame, if you continue to thrust about like that, your hip may begin to hurt.
Oh
my.
I didn't take that the way the game wanted me to, I think, but
Oh my! We're all here to consider a person when you want to be.
Yes, you really like an old, a bad man, old man. Why don't you two just go and hook up and?
But this young butterfly is on the side of Edgeworth. Look at spare me the flirtatious commands.
he is very disappointed.
Yeah.
No, he's
Yes.
completely frozen.
In frustration, in frustration, perhaps, I dare say she can be one rather trying opponent. Jesper?
I was just making a comment that he has the same opinion of old bags as everyone else.
He's probably like, Jesus fuck.
In any case, Mr. Alba, can you actually prove to us that you were watching the show? Hold it!
Oh?
Are you admitting, then, that you have no way of proving to us that you were watching?
Objection! Quiet! You buzz in my ear like a pesky little fly. Bzz, bzz. If you don't wish to listen quietly until the end of what I have to say, then perhaps you should pack up and get out of my way.
Ah,
I see that you're willing to be a bit more receptive now. While it's true that it may be difficult to prove that I was out in the audience.
hold it! Huh. Well, I remember the content of the show as well myself.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Miles Edgeworth,
Well
don't
done.
allow yourself to be riled up by him at this important juncture.
I wasn't planning to let him...
Well, if you ask me, I think I'm the biggest Steel Samurai expert around here.
Larry, stop.
Didn't you think the climactic scene of today's show was just totally awesome? Yes, I remember that well. And that spectacular special move.
He didn't do.
The way you delivered the final blow against the evil magistrate, early summer ranger.
Oh,
There we go.
Oh, that scene will live on in my heart forever.
In jail.
Is that I totally forgot about that.
How can you forget about your own special moves? That's... that's the special attack that the Steel Samurai uses when he's using the Samurai Spear.
Yes, and today was the first time they showed it off, was it not? If I hadn't watched the show, then how could I answer with the name of the move?
I suppose you are correct, but if you could, please elaborate on this point for me. Given time constraints and epilogues, I actually think we should just move. We should just kind of present the spear and move on.
One of the scenes was of his never-before-seen early summer rain jab move.
yeah.
Objection. The special move today was the early summer rain jab. Is that your final answer?
Objection! You little irritating nut. Do you think you could trip me up by asking the same question over and over?
Yes.
Yes.
That was not my
Yes.
intention. Your testimony is more than sufficient. However, I believe it would be wise for you to take a look at this.
The samurai spear. What about it?
This spear actually never made it on stage today.
Excuse me.
Unfortunately for you, tonight's Steel Samurai happened to be a goof of a young man with an abundance of useless hot-bloodedness.
Sweet boy.
Having said that, said useless man bent the spear during his rehearsal this evening. Okay, do you remember what the Steel Samurai special move was tonight?
It was the Steel Samurai Sushi Slash.
Correct, because he couldn't use the spear. A last-minute change was made. Had you really been watching the show, you would have known the move was used. Quercus Alba, you didn't watch even a single minute of the Steel Samurai stage show tonight, did you?
Aha! So if he wasn't watching the show tonight...
Then it opens up the possibility that he was busy killing Manny, Mr. Coaching instead.
So, where were you during the show? I demand an answer now. Just what is so funny?
You're so sorry. And so are your conclusions. I still insist that I watched the show. Or most of it, in any case.
What do you mean by most of it?
You see, during the show, I left my seat for a spell to visit the bathroom. I assumed that when that dramatic scene was played out on stage.
That's the lousiest, lamest excuse I've ever heard in my life, pal! Just because you got the name of the move wrong? We can't really use that as proof that he didn't watch the show at all!
As a fan of the Steel Samurai, I had wanted to watch the entire show. Honest.
Objection! As a Steel Samurai fan, for someone who wasn't even in his seat for the climax of the show, you have no right to call yourself a Steel Samurai fan, ever.
No true Steel Samurai fan.
Who was that just now?
It would be I, young lady.
Larry, what are you doing interrupting me like that?
Angie! Just hold for a second, I beg! You may never accept this old man as a Steel Samurai fan, but I totally think he's a Steel Samaniac.
What exactly is a Steel Samaniac, pal?
I believe he meant to say Steel Samurai Maniac.
Yeah! And trust me, I know a real fan when I see one because I'm the Steel Samurai!
Objection! I will never acknowledge you as the true Steel Samurai.
You're not canon.
Are you getting so worked up over Mr. Edgeworth?
Don't worry about it.
It appears that the real Steel Samurai recognizes me as a fan. As well he should, for I am a fan. It's not as though I missed the entire show. It was a most amazing show, filled with the spirit of the young and the young at heart.
Sarcasm dripping from his long wooden nose couldn't run any thicker.
Oh, is this also a Pinocchio
It is a Pinocchio
reference?
thing, yes.
Getting the names of the move wrong only proves that he didn't watch the last scene. What I really need here is something more definitive. Something that links Mr. Alba directly to the murder of Mr. Manny Cochin.
Get the Ouija board.
You know what, Gramps? You're really something else. I'm honored to receive such praise from the Steel Samurai. But what is it for? Well, I was just wondering how you found out about the early summer rain jab. That move is a bit of a secret that only a small portion of the staff know about.
Wait, it was a secret? Larry, wait, what did you just say?
Huh? Did I just say something stupid again?
Did you say that the early summer rain jab was actually a secret?
Well, maybe I shouldn't have said secret. It's more like we only decided on the name of the move right before the start of the show.
Right before?
Yeah! The stage director was going nuts because we were supposed to debut the move. About 5 minutes before the show, we threw it up on the dressing room's whiteboard. Early summer rain jab. That's kind of how we decided the name of the move. But by that time, I'd already bent the spear, so I guess the whole thing was kind of pointless.
All of you Steel Samurai actors are the same. The director has my complete sympathy.
So basically, because we changed the move to the sushi slash, we kind of pretended that the early summer rain jab didn't exist at all. I mean, it'd be bad if someone found out we'd changed the move, so we made it a secret.
So basically, a gag order was issued for the publicity's sake. Okay.
It almost makes the early summer rain jab sound like a lost art. I was almost there.
Yeah, which is why I think most of the staff haven't even heard of the move. Objection! Hold those lips of yours still.
No.
What the heck, old man? I've done nothing but listen, and for what I can tell, it's all very unrelated to the case.
No, it's not.
It's also very tedious and a pointless exercise and wasting time, much like a kid's show.
Objection! Mr. Alba, I believe the one who should be quiet now is you.
How dare you?
I suspect that you've already noticed, and exactly what the very severe implications are in this man's testimony.
So now you're trying to bully me, huh? There are no implications to be read into a behind-the-scenes story of a kid's show.
No, sir, he's trying to save your skin.
Don't even think about trying to slither your way out of this one, Quirkus Alba.
You were the one who said it yourself that the name of the move was Early Summer Rain Jab. But that name was only decided upon right before the show was about to start.
So, just what are you driving at?
That the name of the move you told us was never used in the show or said aloud.
Well, you weren't at the show.
Now then, would you care to tell us about how you found out the name of that move?
Because I can only think of one way you could have known.
Quirkus Alba, this is the only way you could have known the name of the special move. You saw it. You knew the name because you saw it. You saw it on the dressing room's whiteboard. Staff members who knew were keeping it a secret. So you couldn't have simply gone up to the staff member and asked, which means that the only other option left is that you saw it on the whiteboard.
That means Mr. Elbow was in the waiting room at some point, right?
What's the big deal, sir? I don't see what that means.
There is another piece of evidence that has a great deal to do with the dressing room, so we can't afford to let this slide. This is related to both the dressing room and to Mr. Cochin's murder. The pushcart. Take that!
It was there.
The pushcart that was used to move the body was right there in that dressing room. During the show, the pushcart awaited its turn to be pushed on stage in the dressing room. It was finally pushed there along with the Iron Infant in the last scene of the show. And then, right after the show ended, it went into Alabas along with the Steel Samurai. Which means that the only time the killer could have placed the body inside the pushcart was when the pushcart was in the dressing room's backstage.
Basically, the killer has to be someone who visited the dressing room during the show.
Precisely.
Oh, but wait. What if, and this is just a what if the murder didn't take place in the dressing room?
What do you mean, Kay?
I have to admit, she brings up a valid possibility. During the show, the dressing room was supposed to be devoid of people.
Anyone going to the private dressing room would stand out like a sore thumb.
But despite that, the killer still managed to move the bodies with the pushcarts.
Correct. And it's because of the setup of the theatre's dressing room that it would be ideal location for the murder of Manny Cochin. Quercus Alba, during the show, you went down to the dressing room, and I want to know why.
Yes. Yes, I was there. I went into the dressing room.
My gun.
I knew it! I'm placing you under arrest right now, pal! You got that? Arrest!
Objection! Not so fast.
What is it now?
Don't I deserve a chance to explain myself?
No.
Explain? What is there to explain?
I believe I told you earlier that I went to the bathroom. Well, I got lost when I did.
In your own embassy.
I wanted to ask for directions, but when I opened the dressing room door, no one was inside. And that's when I saw the name of the move on the whiteboard.
You punk! Still trying to get out of this?
Do you really think you could get away at this point?
Mr. Edgeworth, isn't there anything you can do to stop him?
I don't have enough evidence on hand to anything. I don't have the airtight evidence I need to put this man away for good. But if that's what I need, then perhaps... Agent Lang, I believe an investigation of the dressing room is in order. It's possible we may find new evidence there.
Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth pokes around in there. I'm sure he'll find some new facts, pal.
Oh, and if we use Little Thief, we may even learn something from a recreation.
We don't need to do any of that.
What? Wolfie, how could you?
I'm not saying this to be mean. It's just that we've already searched there. My men are really something else.
And they found nothing?
There's only one thing I can say to you, sis. And that's they found nothing. That's it.
I guess you're right. If they had found something, they would have reported it to us.
They couldn't find anything because there was nothing there to find.
If there's no info on to feed the Little Thief, then I can't do much to help either.
Is this the end? The murder took place in this theatre, which is not protected under extraterritorial rights. And the fact that it was Mr. Alba himself who committed the murder. If I can't prove both statements to be true, Mr. Alba walks away a free man. Is there no other course of action left to us?
It would appear that your hand of cards has turned out to be a bust. Now, if you will excuse me. Because of you people, I missed my flight.
You said you were right earlier.
Now I must make haste to arrange for a new one.
Who is it this time?
Hold
no.
it! Hold it right there, you whippersnappers!
First Larry, and now you...
What's with that scary mumps-like skull on your face, Agent Blue? Don't treat me like I'm some sort of nuisance.
You are.
Even though I am. I've been meaning to say this, but all of you keep talking about things I don't get at all. You're all leaving this lady in a sad, depressing, lonely dust, and I'm about to cry in.
Oldbad, we've got 20 minutes. We don't have time for this. Why did you have to speak up right at this instant?
But you know what, Edgy-Poo? Cheer up. Because I'm about to give you the most wonderful thing.
The most wonderful thing from you?
It's so super special, and I couldn't give it away to just anyone, you know.
Oh, Lord. Take me now. Take me now.
I'm not interested.
Gumshoe, give me your gun.
I've got one if you would eat it.
They stopped me having a gun, sir.
Love my sweet Edgy-Poo. Are you ready? It's this.
It's...
Okay, that's less bad than I thought it was going to be.
It's a box of those samurai dogs, right?
Oh, yes, oh, Edgy-Poo. You go on and eat one and you'll feel right as rain.
That man is so done.
He is so done. Everyone is done.
Can I leave now?
No.
Yes, please leave.
No.
Yes, I just...
You stay unless you go in cuffs.
Are we through here?
When did everyone get so quiet all of a sudden?
I don't know, old bag. Why did we?
Tell me you understand the depth of this lady's love for you.
Run.
I'm the one that knows snuggle and you know. No, sir.
We are definitely in danger of going into overtime. Kay, I know things have been a bit more restrictive for you. Are you...
No, we're good. We're
Cool.
good.
All right. Bill, we're close to the end. It's just I don't know how much there's left of this. Oh, God.
That is what it sounds
Mr. Edgeworth, can you do anything about her?
I just saw in the midst of that, just like I used to be a star in the kitchen.
There is no power on Earth that can force that woman into silence.
Oh, Jesus.
She's armed.
I'm so sick of tired of all you people doing look down on me.
Yes.
Even this book of samurai dogs play me for a fool. And a special design on its fan and the Japanese flag, so I thought it was special. When I ate one, it tasted just like all the rest. Oh, it made me so mad.
What are you going on about?
Wait, a special box with a Hinamaru like fan on it? I never heard of such a piece of merchandise existing before. Oh, but there it is. The red sun on this fan is filled in. Oh, is it possible? Could it be? After the show, the steel samurai dogs are piled up on the dressing room floor. However, there is no such thing as rising sun dog.
That's not a sun.
It's Mr. Coach's blood.
It's a space station.
This contradiction of facts between something that should not exist and yet does. The rays from this rising sun may be just what we need to point us in the right direction.
It's not a sun. It's blood. A present?
The studio bigwigs basically told us to play delivery boys. We were supposed to hand the dogs off to the embassy people and tell them I had to pile them all into the pushcart just to move them all.
They were taken out.
I believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Coach at this theatre and then placed his body inside the pushcart.
Had to take out the dog.
And then you forced the steel samurai to unwittingly move the body for you. It's time to piece the final piece of this logic puzzle together. No matter how fragile or small the connections may be, once we've found them all, the way to the truth will be revealed. Logic time!
Go! Let's go!
Okay, logic. Well, first of all, the samurai dogs.
Yeah. No. I would connect the samurai dog to the body to the pushcart, and then we can connect the rising sun dogs.
Oh, I'll be right back. I'm getting bored.
Yep.
Oh no!
We'll take this moment just to say that we are still raising money for special effect. And we are actually very, very close. There we go. Thank you very much. Doing a tombola draw. I think like £2. Not even that.
We need
So
£1.60.
Yes.
Yeah.
any small amount towards that. It doesn't even have to be the quid 60. It just be any quid you have or something. If you would like to consider making a donation of any size, any small or big, whatever you fancy,
It could,
A
please
small
consider.
donation.
it could be the quid you found down the back of the sofa.
Yeah, yes.
A small donation of £60 will make this man have to take out the box and put a tombola on it and spin it.
Yes, exactly. Would you like me to spin a tombola hastily placed on a makeshift table and spin and
I'd buy
make-
that for £1.
you could
I'm back, sorry.
actually buy that for $1.
The killer used the pushcart to transport the body, which means that they had to remove the samurai dogs from within first. Therefore, the samurai dogs that were piled up in the dressing floor were most likely taken out of the pushcart by the killer.
And then you connect that to that.
Bingo.
Job is a good one.
That which should not exist. This box of samurai dogs with the Hinamaru on it. I won't pronounce that right. If this red rising sun was filled in when the killer was busy moving the dogs in the pushcart, it's proof the murder took place in the dressing room. As long as this red substance turns out to be what I believe it to be.
Lick it.
Wendy, old bag,
You are the red substance.
I thank you.
For once.
Don't say that. Don't.
What you have given to me is truly something very special.
Oh, Christ.
I'm going to be sick.
Mr. Edgeworth, are you sure you're feeling okay, sir?
No, he's sleep deprived. He hasn't slept in 3 days.
Mr. Alba, as I suspected, you killed Mr. Cochin in the dressing room.
How many times must I listen to you repeat yourself? Haven't you figured it out yet? Your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. The only way I'm going to continue to cooperate is with some definitive evidence.
Huh. That arrogance, that self-confidence. You believe that you've erased every piece of evidence that you could incriminate you. However, there remains one piece here, and it is what will put you away for good.
No, it's not the anime.
Ha! You're bluffing.
Oh ho! Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Sounds like you finally found them. You finally found the face. We need to go after this guy's jugular. So tell us, what other box of samurai dogs is gonna put the old man away?
The trace evidence that will bring him down. Why, it's here, of course.
It's the little spot.
This box of samurai dogs with a rising sun found on it, this should never have existed. So I want you all to take a good look at this red spot. It's a single drop of blood.
Very, very convenient to have as it is, but there we go.
Yeah. Very convenient to land exactly in the circle of the drawing.
Blood, you say?
Agent Lang, I'd like this blood analyzed post-haste.
I've got to admit, I'm a bit surprised. I can't believe we found blood in a place like this. I did say that, didn't I?
Yes,
Yeah.
you did.
Yes, you did.
We're just waiting on. This is probably something happening.
That might have been called off.
Yeah.
for a moment.
Everyone do elevator music while we shoot. Ooh, I got on that one.
This is the
Am I
elevator
back?
song.
Am I back?
Oh, well, I was about to go Manamana, but
I had it. Sorry about that.
I'll never get that song up. I'll find that again.
Hey, you! Get this down to the lab, pronto, Manamana.
Si, senor.
No. To sleep after this. I can't be laying in bed thinking of the damn Banana song.
Phenomena.
I hate all of it.
Alright, I'll stop it now.
Why was there blood on that box to begin with?
Oh no, we're gonna get delayed because we just got a donation of £2 from Tombola.
Oh no! Yay! Tombola!
We'll do it at the end, Weird.
Yeah, we'll do it at the end. It's fine, it's fine.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the donation. We appreciate it. If we think about the flow of the crime, I think the reason will become obvious. Larry, you said that you transported the samurai dog to the pushcart, correct?
Oh, yeah. You have great memory, Edgy. That pushcart was a bit too big for my son. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, to make sure everyone could see him, I had to pile some stuff in. I figured the samurai dogs were there, so I used them to fill up the cart.
If what Larry says is true, then what were the boxes doing on the floor?
I see. The killer took them out in order to place the body in the pushcart.
Exactly. And that is when I believe the victim's blood found its way onto that box.
I am now doing all my voices at 1.5 times speed. But when my men investigated that room, not a single box of samurai dogs was in there. Because embassy staff members had already confiscated them.
Yes, no doubt to hide the evidence of the murder.
Oh god, is everybody at one point?
It's a good thing Miss Oldbag managed to steal that one box before they got to them, huh? Looks like Miss Oldbag also managed to put this great thief to shame.
What a scandalous way to put in there and didn't steal out and see it for myself.
Quirkus Alba, I'd say this was one very fatal oversight on your part.
Objection.
Oh god, here we go.
Sorry to rain on your little love fest. However,
I'm going to hit this guy.
How could he be so confident in a no-win situation for him like this?
I'm going to hit this guy.
even if that blood turns out to belong to Mr. Cochin, then what?
So, Mr. Edgeworth, it sounds like he's not ready to call it quits yet, huh?
The sole piece of evidence that was left at the scene of the crime. That alone has shed light on this new fact. At the very least, we now have proof that the murder occurred in the dressing room.
And you must say that like it means something.
Huh?
Excuse me, sirs.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, I think I know how this guy's to spin. Oh.
Report! What were the results of the analytics?
Sir, the analyst came back and confirmed that the red substance is blood.
I know how this is gonna spin.
I knew it! With this, Quirkus Alba.
Objection. Mr. Edgeworth, I wonder if you might humor my question.
No.
Deny.
No.
Your question?
The one from before. Or have you forgotten?
Yeah, for the sake of the purpose of this plot.
Even if that is Mr. Cochin's blood, which I don't think it is, what difference would it make?
Like we already told you, it proves the crime scene was the dressing room.
Objection. But it doesn't prove that I am your killer, does it?
There.
Well, of course not. I'm not dead yet. That's not my killer. I'm not dead yet.
It's a very good point.
I know how this feels.
The blood on that box doesn't prove that Miss Alba is the killer.
Then, this evidence, it's meaningless? Mom came in and gave me a cookie, so I'm gonna be meaningless.
Yay!
Ooh, nice. I'm jelly.
There can't be. We were so close, sir.
I want to smack that smug look off his face. Come on, there's gotta be something we can do.
I'm sure I can arrange that, okay?
Finally found a solid piece of evidence. There must be something I can expose with. I can't think of a single thing.
I can.
Edgeworth, come on.
Now, if you'll excuse me. It's
what?
forensics interrupting. Who was that? It's too late. I won't allow anyone to stop me now.
It wasn't me, pal. I'm having a ball.
It wasn't me this time either.
It wasn't me either.
It was me.
What? Oh,
Sure.
but why did you?
Oh, it was forensics. Sorry, take the voice again.
Because I haven't finished reporting everything to you yet, sir. I don't know why my voice changed, but
There's more.
Yep. I know what it is.
What? Hurry up and spit it out. Also, are you related to Mr. Payne?
maybe. Yes, sir. That blood I mentioned. It's not of the same blood type as the victim's blood.
No, it isn't.
Oh!
Yo,
Someone-
I think I've hit the.
You know
What?
what it is, don't you?
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it. I'm on its wavelength.
What do you mean it's not the same type? You mean it's not the victim's blood? If it isn't his, then who the hell's is it?
I don't know, sir. All I know is it's not the same type as the victim, sir.
What should we do now, Mr. Edgeworth? I have no idea what's what anymore.
Neither do I.
My, what an amusing turn of events.
Ah,
That blood drop proved something to be true, all right? Namely, my words.
No.
Nope.
and which one of your words would that be?
Scrabble! Sorry, I got sidetracked. The ones where you said that your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless.
No, sir, that's the Wordle.
That blood has nothing to do with the murder investigation
Whatsoever.
whatsoever. Need I remind you that the blood got onto that box long before it entered my embassy?
No.
No, it didn't.
Places you at the scene of the crime.
That Mr. X Alba is your blood because Manny Cochin hurt you in the shoulder.
No, the mask did, right?
No, he said the mask.
Ooh.
What sort of nonsense?
Yeah, it's blood, pal. There's no way it's not related to the murder.
Mortar.
So you would like to believe. But what if someone preparing the samurai dogs had a small nosebleed?
Of a single droplet. Seriously? My dude.
I guess that's possible.
No.
Damn it. Are we wasting our time on a red herring?
No, on the red dot.
The blood doesn't belong to anyone connected to the case. That should be clue enough.
No, that's
Work
not what he
yourself,
said.
you bastard!
Damn you, Quercus.
Silence! That was ever so rude. Don't you ever address me with such a filthy word again. Dirty.
Stop being filthy.
I've wasted enough time here with you, and you have your answers. Now, let me through.
Bastard. Alba! It doesn't matter where you run up to, you'll never escape me. Someday I'll have the satisfaction of sinking my fangs into you. You'll see. And all of Interpol will be behind me, working to see to it that day comes.
Do you know what your words sound like to me? They sound like the whinings of a pathetic loser of a mutt.
How dare
See?
Clap, 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 Lemming. Is this really the extent of all that we can do?
you? Yeah.
Is the blood really from someone completely related to the case?
No.
If you let him tell you who it comes from, we could actually get on with it.
Or is there another possibility? Someone else other than the victim?
Think, Edgeworth.
Just when I thought I had him backed into a corner, it is I who've been backed into one. In a situation like this, what would that man do? What would he, who can turn any disparate situation around, do?
Lie.
Turn it around. That's it! I must turn my way of thinking around. It's not whose
Turn
blood
around,
is
bright
this.
eyes.
It's whose blood could get onto a box like this. And if I could think about it in that way, if the blood got onto the box when the body was being placed into the pushcart, the owner of said blood must have been in the dressing room at the time. There's only one person that could be.
Yep. Well, I must praise you for trying so hard. It's because of you kids that I was removed from center stage. And will be forced to live out the rest of my life in the shadows, unfortunately.
Nothing unfortunate about
Of a
it.
tail, so.
But it's not
Ooh,
a...
crunch.
Oh,
Ooh, it's so
Crunch
crunchy.
again.
It's getting
Bring
so
on the
crunchy.
Craggle!
Have you ever tried Rice Krispies?
I have. They're quite nice. I've also tried them without milk, and they're also still.
It's not a total loss, as the underworld will allow me more freedom than you'll ever know.
Rude.
Freedom like what the raven feels as it flies through the dark night
They're
sky.
dino creatures that don't fly during the night.
Shut up! Quiet your face! You can't lay a finger on me. Not now or ever.
Shadow,
What a
listen,
bet.
Batman was already taken, so they had to figure something out.
The arm of the law is powerless before me.
Objection! Powerless, is it? I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you.
What do you mean?
Allow me to describe you in one word. Pitiful.
Pitiful? How so?
Quercus alba, your wings were clipped long ago. For someone who is trying to fly away on them without noticing that fact, pitiful is the perfect word to describe you.
Yo.
Mere words.
What do you mean his wings are clipped, Mr. Edgeworth?
Just what you think it means, Kay. We had already caught him in our trap a while back, with an incredibly powerful, definitive piece of evidence.
Hey! It's the Mr. Prosecutor. Care to speak in English? What are you talking about? What piece of evidence?
They're really dragging this bit out.
The piece I speak of it is, of course, this drop of blood.
But we know it's not from the victim. I don't see how it remains relevant to the case at all.
Miss Von Karma, I believe that is exactly why it's very important to the case. And the part that is most important is the fact that it's not the victim's blood.
Get on with it.
Get on with it!
We are nearly at the end, everyone, I promise.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yes,
Look-
get
I
on
was
with
trying to
it.
be like the gift from Monty Python.
Fair. You're looking a little pale. Good, then I believe you are already aware of what I mean.
Then you know whose blood belongs to?
Of course I do. This piece of evidence is the irrefutable proof that will stop the killer in his tracks. The blood that soiled this box of samurai dogs belongs to this person. None other than
Quercus
Quercus alba. Take that!
I figured this out ages ago.
Blood on the rising sun.
Like 20 dialogue boxes ago.
The blood of the rising sun on this box belongs to you, Quercus alba.
What?
Because he's injured, Kay.
Why is his blood on the box of samurai dogs?
Bless her, she still believes him.
He's not even a victim.
The blood fell onto the box of Mr. Coates' body was being loaded into the pushcart. At the time, the only two people in the dressing room were the victim and his killer.
So that's what you mean. If the blood doesn't belong to the victim,
There is only one other person it could belong to.
Yes, and that person is the murderer himself. That's the only logical conclusion.
but Mr. Cochin was the only one who was stabbed, sir. Why would Mr. Alba be the one that was bleeding?
What if during the murder, Mr. Cochin had fought back?
You mean if before Mr. Alba could kill him, Mr. Koshin managed to wound Mr. Alba?
Yes, and I believe we have a piece of evidence that proves he was bleeding then. what is the piece of evidence that shows that Miss Alba was probably bleeding at the time?
The wound!
The wound.
The wound!
Take that! Miss Alba, you bear on your body a great wound.
That was from when the Master II attacked me with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, and that happened way after he was in the dressing room.
Ah, but is that what really happened? You can manufacture a weapon by smearing blood on it, so I can't just accept that as fact. Shall we try to test Mr. Alba and see if the shape of your wound matches the scissors?
Objection! There's a donation inbounds, you freak.
1460. Thank you, Ambassador Alba.
Damn you, Quercus! Get on with it! You really are something else, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't let a single thing slip you by, no matter how insignificant the possibility.
You'll want to talk, Mr. Alba. You managed to give the law the slip for 10 years as the smuggling ring's leader. No matter the danger, you can hide every last ounce of fear and anxiety from everyone. You truly are one of a kind criminal.
Oh God.
Objection! I am the master of my fear.
Gents, can we stop dancing around each other and just take his fucking shirt off, please?
However, to think that a person such as you could miss such a large thing.
You believe I've overlooked something?
Yes, my gun. You said, you said that my wound was caused by Mr. Cochin. And that it was caused here in one of the theater's dressing rooms, right?
Yes, that is correct.
I'd like to point out that's simply not possible. My wound is a stab wound, and one that could only have come from a
That's what
blade.
you say, though.
Convenient. That was what you used to murder him.
I wonder where you would propose a situation where...
Yes.
As you were. Go on, keep going. I'm done.
That was Babalese.
My point across.
His theater was packed with security guards.
It would have been impossible for anyone to come into this area with a weapon of any sort.
But he did, though.
Flowers.
Yeah.
Just as Mr. Alba was able to bring the alabaster knife as in a bouquet, there must have been some other way to sneak in a weapon of some sort.
Game, please.
Ah, but as long as you can't prove what that other way is, all your talk about Mr. Cochin stabbing me is pure nonsense.
No, it's not.
So if that other way does exist, you'd better hurry and tell me now.
It's not the knife that Alba used, because Alba was killing him with that at the time.
No, I think our solution is to find a key to this whole situation.
I agree with you, Lemming.
Yes.
With pleasure.
Wait, what?
This piece of evidence shows us how Mr. Cochin brought a weapon into this theater. It was the Yatagaratsu's key. Among law enforcement, this piece is known as the Yatagaratsu's key.
That key.
It's the key my father stole from here 7 years ago.
And it is very unique in that it's both a key and a knife, meaning that under the guise of a key, it could have been easily brought into the theater. You couldn't dispose of the knife that stabbed you. Therefore, you wiped off the blood, wiped off the blood, which I guess you could say you whipped it off, I guess, as well, and placed it back in Mr. Cochin's pocket. After all, the key itself opens the safe in his office. And inside the safe, there was a document about Cadopian papers, signed by Mr. Cochin. In order to make it look like Mr. Cochin had died as the leader of the smuggling ring, you had to make it so that the police were the ones who opened the office safe. All that hard work to save yourself only served to destroy you in the end. Shall we try matching this knife's blade with your wound, Mr. Quercus Alba?
Multiple times.
10 times.
He ran into
Until
my
we
gate
find
10
the
times.
heart.
Yeah.
No, I've still got something
Shadow,
up
I'm
my
so glad
sleeve.
you always get my references.
It's a gun.
And that is what some may call the coup de grace.
No, impossible. You can't take me down.
We just did get in the cuffs and leave.
Fine, all of you. Especially Manny Cochin. This is all because of that man's betrayal. He sought to steal control of the smuggling ring from me by removing me as ambassador. which is why he deserved to die while bearing the guilt for all of my crimes for me. That's why I sent out the Yatagarazu's guard, and how this incident was born. Manny was supposed to be the smuggling ring's leader, who was killed by the Yatagarazu. But I had yet another reason, yet another story that was supposed to play out. Manny's death was supposed to bring everything to a close. And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling prosecutors!
And your puppy
For you
dog.
meddling kids and that dumb dog.
Mr.
That would
Alba,
be me.
I'm afraid there is one more question I forgot to ask. This country's or Alabas? Which country's court would you like to face first? Either way, it's game over for you.
Get fucked.
E? Ow, my ears.
I had to take my headphones off. Oh my god!
My
killed him.
eardrums
Fucking
exploded.
killed him. Edgeworth has killed a man.
Bro, you just up-aged the guy about 50 years and he died.
March 17, 11, 21 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. I'm dead.
What?
Holy shit, he died.
Bro, this is it. The big day. It's Mr. Alba's trial today.
And next week, he's scheduled to stand trial in his own country of Alabast. Franziska is heading that one. I suspect she'll be serving a full course of whiplashes at it.
Having to face Miss Von Karma in court right after facing you, sir. I don't even want to think about what that would be like.
Ask Phoenix.
I caught a glimpse of Mr. Alba as he was being escorted into the courthouse. And boy, he looked like he was as glum as I do the day before I get my monthly paycheck.
Oh.
You know, I've been thinking. That flight attendant and even Mr. Portsman were all Mr. Alba's secret agents.
Correct. That smuggling ring was the common thread between all of the incidents. Camille was to provide support during smuggling ops using her job as an attendant, and Mr. Portsman was to manipulate trials related to the ring to end in their favor.
I fly airlines in the prosecutor's office. No one was safe from the smuggling ring, us, sir.
I suspect there are even more members of this ring spread throughout the world.
Yeah, it sounds like such a big op that I can't even begin to imagine what it's like. There might even be some defense attorney's offices.
What is it, Detective?
Nothing. Just come to think of it. Mr. Ernest Amano's trial is also scheduled for later today, sir.
I'm aware of that. Mr. Amano has been working with the smuggling ring for over 10 years. He's used the Amano's group's various connections worldwide to assist the ring. But all of that has come to an end as his conglomerate is now undergoing harsh scrutiny. I owe Mr. Amano a debt of gratitude, but he must pay his debt to society.
Well, with the arrest of both Mr. Alba and Mr. Amano, I guess that's about wraps up the KG8 incident as well, huh?
I suppose so. The real killer in the KJ incident 10 years ago was Manny Cochin. And 7 years ago, the killer in the second KG8 incident was Mac Krell. Those two facts are the unshakable truth, however. It seems that a lot of effort was put into hiding these and other truths from us. And I will expose it all at the trials today.
You're solving cases left and right today, aren't you, sir? I hope you slept.
To sleep.
CCU indeed, man. Perhaps now these two brave souls who tried to make the truth known can rest in peace. By the way, I received some gifts from Ambassador Paleno. Shrimp, crab, beef. I don't need any of these things, so I'm giving them to you.
What? Seriously, sir? Wait. Actually, I don't think I want them anymore. The way you're holding them, don't tell me they're just coupons, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, have you not read the paper recently? Ever since the two countries became Codopia again, its economy has changed.
Really?
and it seems that Ambassador Poleno has reaped a few benefits of his own from it. He has been announced as the official ambassador of the newly reunified Codopia.
Oh, but what a pity. Even though every item... Oh, it's not...
Even though
it's not
every
mine
item he
now.
sent. Oh,
I think it could be you.
yeah, I'll go for it. Even though every item he sent is a treasure, you don't seem at all that interested. Well, if you don't want them, I can give them to my lovely... Oh, no, she's doing an impression of Edgeworth.
Okay, go.
Okay. Well, if you don't want them, I can give them to my lovely assistant, Kay.
Wait, that's not what I said. So,
Oh no, she's
Mr.
doing an impression of Dummy. Come on, you gotta be more clear, guys.
Yeah, I know, it's awful.
Mr. Edgeworth, please let me have them, sir. Actually, come to think of it, where is Kay? How come she's not here?
Hey, you gotta be more alert than that. I can't believe you didn't notice. I was even okay, it was What?
Yeah,
Okay.
just go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't notice. I was even mimicking Mr. Edgeworth's voice for a bit.
I totally didn't notice you, or realize that voice was you.
Sure.
Langsy says, ferocious love blooms with each new spring.
Agent Lang, a pleasant surprise to see you here.
It's been a long time since I set foot in the courthouse, but I wasn't gonna miss. Watching the guy who screwed my country finally get what's coming to him. Well, that and something else. I want to see you in action in court.
Is that so, Agent Lang?
We flushed out all the counterfeit bills, so Zhang Fa's finally at peace again.
No.
That's all thanks to you. So all I want to say is thanks.
Sweet.
Wow, I never thought I'd see the day that old Wolfie says thanks to Mr. Edgeworth.
I should be the one thanking you, Agent Lang. If you hadn't negated Mr. Alba's extraterritorial rights, I would not have been able to bring him to trial. I believe the victory belongs to the both of us in this case.
More for me. A shared victory, huh? Look, don't get me wrong. I'll still never forgive you prosecutors. And I have zero interest in that truth thing you talk about in court. I've always done things my own way, and that's not about to change. You got that?
I see. Well, I believe you should follow your own creed when you do your job.
Yeah, if there's ever someone your precious truth can't catch. Feel free to sit around and cry about it all you want. But as for me, I'm gonna get that person no matter what.
All right. It's about time for the trial to start. I will see you later.
I'll be watching your performance from the gallery. I'm looking forward to this. I'll prepare a whole ton of ticker tape for today's victory, sir.
Oh,
It is
Spent all night doing it.
yes.
I'll throw some around when Mr. Edgeworth wins.
I hope you've got enough, because I'm going to call my men up as well.
A modest amount of ticker tape goes a long way.
Yeah, less is more.
Oh, I love it.
Time for the trial. Scene shifts to the courtroom and the final act of this long tale begins. The legend of the great Theatekoratsu is the story of those who chose to dedicate their lives to the pursuit of the truth. Prosecutors are those who seek a guilty verdict for the defendants they meet, and to that end you have no choice but to win by any means necessary. That creed was forced on me since I was very young. However, I no longer think that this is all our prosecutors are, and that's because even though I've only been away from the courtroom for a short time, I feel as though it's been a lifetime since I've set foot in one. And today, more than any other day, I feel the fight within me rising. Objection! Time for the epilogue, so be alert, everyone.
Yes.
Yep.
Thanks for the bit spurt.
Okay, I think that's me first. It's Rhoda. I'm really in Mr. Edgeworth's debt the other day.
Thanks to him, I'm still free to serve in the friendly blue skies. Oh, so about my suitcases. I've been selling them on the internet, and they've become a real sensation. Thanks to the praise the art world has lavished on my work as being truly postmodern.
What does that mean?
The airline has chosen me to design their new line of I-Fly jumbo jets. Just think, someday you'll be able to take a ride in my pink-walled, yellow-seated jet.
Oh god.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Over. Ready?
Yes.
Edgeworth. Oh, the rudeness of a rude man. Because of him, my time and money is wasted. But more important here, I received the most fantastic treasure. The primitive statues of the Principality of Codopia. It weighs a bit light in my hands, but the Ambassador Paleno was most generous.
He got the fake.
Oh, nice. Okay, which one?
We finally caught Agent Hicks's killer, and I was able to witness Mr. Alba's teary eyes. It feels good to finally bring everything to a close. I received another offer from Interpol to work another case in cooperation with them. However, the Cadopian courts await. I will bring him to justice. Cadopia's air is supposed to be very fresh, so my whip should find new vigor there.
I'd totally dig a game in Kodopia with Francisca.
Yeah.
Yes! This is a good game. Yeah! Where's the Meekins?
This poor man has been fired out of the desert. I thought it was safe. I found the gun in his trunk. But I had nothing that I dropped my police badge. I guess I really broke the camel's back when I couldn't find my badge. My little lad, I missed you.
Oh boy.
I think I'll go to the courthouse and file a complaint with Ruffles Man.
Poor thing.
Mate, Meekins.
Oh damn, is this me?
I think it would be, yeah.
I was actually hoping to talk with Mr. Edgeworth a bit more than I did. But I've got to get going and return to Europe. I've still got a long way to go and a lot of stuff to study there. Next time I help Mr. Edgeworth on a case, I'm gonna do it as a real forensic scientist. I'm sure he's gonna need all the help I can get to give him scientifically.
Aw.
And then I became a detective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rip.
Poor Emma.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do a mano if needed.
Because the kidnapping was staged, I left it was let off easy. But I won't be going outside much anytime soon, but that's really okay. The only person I'm forever trapped in is this cage of love. The guard down at the detention center, well, when he's on guard duty, he has such a cold look in his eyes, just like the prosecutor.
Well, you fall in love easily, don't you? Stop it, Lauren. When we ever learn to stop being a prisoner of love? I don't know.
She seems
Oh,
rather
God.
tormented.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, what the
Out of the way! It's you
Get
again,
out of my
Percy.
way.
Oh, no.
Oh, it could be Judge.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just
There's all sorts of drama that takes place outside of the court. Ooh, the funk. Since the judges have a hero day in and out, I've only heard a few rumors, but apparently Mr. Edgeworth teamed up with a thief, became a detective. Maybe I should team up with a bailiff and try to become a lawyer or something.
I would totally dig that, yes.
That sounds fun.
oh no.
Hello, Scarf. We're just going for the epilogue. Oh, probably Maggie Bird.
Oh, that was me as well.
I love a salute.
She's so cute. Woo! I barely escaped death yet again.
Yeah, but boy, we're really lucky to have Mr. Edgeworth helping us out, sir.
Yeah.
But because I lost the key, I got fired from my security guard job.
Don't let that get you down, Maggie. You still got me.
Oh, you're right, sir. I won't be sad. I'm going to pick myself up and get through this. I wonder what my next job should be. Ooh, this is actually kind of fun. Oh, she's adorable. I love her.
Yeah.
She's the best.
Adorable.
Yeah, she's cute.
My throat still hurts from the scream earlier.
Oh, no.
Oh,
I'm not surprised.
Oh, here we go.
I know.
Great. Oh, why not come to Canopia for your summer vacation? We have coupons already. Right now, our embassy is proud to present our Let's Investigate a Murder show.
Oh god.
Although recreating a particular case of feed, this small virus of the home. And we have a few problems with fire marshal, but the next event will be great. It will be the attraction entitled Capture the Yatagarasu. Of course, I have Finley's case help in creating this attraction.
He's quite a character, huh?
I still want to punch him.
I like him.
I like him. He's grown on me.
Yeah.
I like him.
Oh god.
I can't believe that Mindy ditched me and went to Japan. But it's okay, because that's how I met Miharu. We're planning to go to Paris soon and start business. We're going to sell Blue Ocean dogs. They'll sell like hotcake hot dogs for sure. Blue hot dog and a blue bun. I guarantee it will turn your tongue and your face blue. I know I'm not really the type to work a lot, or at least that's all really. But so I noticed I really haven't seen the guy in the blue suit at all recently. What's up? Well, the next time we meet, I'm gonna make him eat one of my dogs.
Is that a reference to Apologistus?
It's a reference to Phoenix.
Yeah, I think it's Phoenix. Phoenix also wears
Oh,
blue
okay.
suit.
That story.
Cool.
Oh, it's
Oh.
bad.
Oh, bad. Yay.
Today I gave testimony in court today. Wow, okay. As a member of the
No, Mr. Bad. You looked well, all things considered. By the way, have you noticed that elements within the ring have begun moving?
Probably fighting over who should succeed. Over who should be the next boss. Although, to be honest, I wish I could forget I'd ever heard of that smuggling ring.
Langsy says, thoroughly bite the poisonous snake from head to tail. No one runs afoul of the law and escapes this wolf's fangs. I'll get you all yet.
When did I become so old, I wonder?
That would be all the bullet wounds, sir.
I've begun noticing the grey hairs in my beard more. I'm thinking of retiring my mirror. It's not like you have a full head of grey hair anyway, but okay.
Oh, blimey. Very good. Oh god, it's all back.
Oh,
It's
no.
all back.
Oh god!
Good luck, sir.
I was a big wizard, a big badger, and I was spent up 2 days. Talk about busy. But it's alright because I got a letter from my beloved Agent Boo. Please take care of your hip, and when you wish to speak first, take off your headpiece. What does he mean by the last statement? It's not like I enjoy being in a headpiece every time, and some creepy fuzzy big animal, big wizard, justice, and I'll stand in my head and the word with the terrible.
I hope your voice survived that.
That was nuts.
I'm so glad that
Also,
a few of my
Connor,
characters popped up
she
because I
will
was like,
never
what am
stop
I even
crossing
doing
an
here?
Edgeworth.
It's not finished.
March 17, 4:33 p.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
Whoa! I feel so much better now that the trial's over. And as always, your legal prowess was top notch, sir.
Okay.
She's muted.
Okay, I'll be back in a minute, I'm sure.
I said something, but it did not process.
Oh, right,
was-
okay.
I was muted. I'm sorry.
That's right.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, and nothing beat the look on Miss Travel's face when you revealed the ring's secrets. I was amazed. You're like a totally different person when you step into the courtroom. You're written by different people.
Mr. Edgeworth is always 10 times fiercer in court.
Based on the information that Mr. Albert offered up, they've begun large-scale operations to clean up the rest of the bring, which I'm happy to leave into Franziska and Agent Lang.
So what are your plans now, Kay?
Oh, well, we've taken care of the creep who killed my father, so I'm not sure. Hey, I know. I'll just keep on being Mr. Edgeworth's assistant.
Are you still trying to steal my job, pal?
Yes.
Just kidding, just kidding. I can't steal something that's so important to you, Gummy.
Ah, phew, what a relief.
I'll just steal your Swiss rolls.
Kay,
Yes. Yes?
even after all that's happened, are you still planning to become a great thief?
Of course. But I don't want to tarnish the legend of the noble Yadagarasu. So I'm gonna hold off on doing anything until I make a tight 3-person team of my own.
A 3-person team?
A 3-person team of young beauties the same age as me, if possible.
With those criteria, I highly doubt you'll find the 2 other people you need.
My father chose to fight for the truth. I think that's what was so noble about him. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, the only things I will ever steal, are the truths that have been hidden away. I'm gonna work extra hard to make a world where the Yadagarasu isn't needed.
Let's both strive for such a future.
That's nice.
Well, I guess it's time for me to get going.
I see.
Kay, keep your chin up and stay strong, okay? And don't be a stranger!
Don't worry, I'll be back. Just be sure to break the lock on the window and sneak in.
If you could, I'd appreciate if you came in through the building's front door.
It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. The lock on my window at home's been broken for forever.
I don't have anything anyway.
Oh, one last thing before I go. Let's take a group picture, just the 3 of us.
Yeah, commemorative photo. Every big case has to end with one.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, why not?
Don't tell me you're camera shy, Mr. Edgeworth.
Of course not, detective.
Stop being grumpy and come here.
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, we're taking the picture now. Hey, come back here.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can't run away from this, sir.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe.
Get him.
Stop that. I can't be seen doing that.
Okay, I'm totally taking now. Say cheese.
Cheese!
It's gonna be samurai cheese, isn't it?
And thus the long tale of the KG
Oh,
agency
we don't
came
even get
to
to
a
see the
close.
picture.
No, we do.
Oh,
Yeah, we will.
It saw the demise of a smuggling ring and the birth of a little great thief. But there is little time to rest and relax. For I am eager to tackle the investigation into a new case.
You should finally go to sleep.
The reason
Yeah.
for making this is I want to pursue the truth, and
Get
I
to
want to believe in the strength of those who use the power of the law for good. As someone who has chosen to live my life as a prosecutor, that is my new creed.
There we go.
I love how they basically tackled him. I love how they're both holding on to him, like, no, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You ain't going anywhere, sir.
You're going to look adorable and you like it.
Yes.
Damn right.
He was his law husband.
And that's it. That's the end. We did it. We went overtime, but we did it.
Everyone.
Do you want to leave the tombola until tomorrow, Weird? Given that's late, or do you want to do it now? I don't mind.
It's up. I'm ready. I got it ready to do if you want to do it quickly.
If people want to leave, I would highly. If you know, don't feel free to have to stick around. But I want to thank Burr, Drifting.
I'm gonna collapse into bed soon.
All right, Lemming,
Sleep is drawing near.
Shadow,
It has been an honor and a privilege to be.
Kay,
Hi.
and Weird. And I want to thank Arrowlane11 for the 300 bits. Thank you so much. If you guys need to or want to peter out, feel free. And Burr and I will do the reveal on stream. But if you want to stick around, feel free.
I'll try to stick around. I make no promises that I don't just collapse at the desk.
No, it's fine. If you need to collapse, you collapse. Let me just quickly grab Weird's image. Hi. Let me before you roll. I need to quickly put you up on the screen.
I know. I'm holding up. I got an eye on the stream. I see Scarf's in here. He got on the word that spin was happening.
Ah, yes. That is why Scarf's is.
The scarf has been summoned.
The scarf has been summoned.
Yes,
Daniel Quirkus.
Daniel Quirkus. Oh, my throat. Fuck me.
Quirkus did not want to go down.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't do that scream anytime often. Right, okay. I'll try and do it quickly. Here we go.
Sure.
Well, we stopped. Nobody knows.
There we go. I got it. It's 24. It's 24.
24.
24. Please don't let it be me. It's not me. It is not me.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
It's not me.
Good.
It's actually Scarf. It's
Oh.
good that he's
Don't
here.
stop in, by the way.
Scarf, jump in here.
You better jump
Get in
in.
here.
We're in
You-
the bench.
you should-
on,
yeah.
Ebax,
Is
scratching.
he? Does he have access to the
Scarf.
court?
Yes, he does.
He does. Well, he should
Oh, he
do.
does. There we go.
Welcome to the call, Scarfulu.
Hello. Hi,
Let's
Scarf.
go,
How you
who?
doing?
I'm good. I just caught the end of that. Just,
A damn good time. I'm happy to reveal very quickly to you that I hope your audience have got a few ideas for you.
Oh, is it the audience choice?
It's the audience choice
Okay,
vote,
good.
of which
I
the rules.
clarify on that. What I'm doing for that this time is I'm assembling previous suggestions from previous years and kind of whittling it down to about, I think it's about 64 that's going to be kind of whittled down.
Blimey.
Wow.
Quite a few suggestions, but it's 64 like from both things that the audience have said previously, so previous suggestions, and stuff that is on my to-do list, and it's kind of been mashed together, and it's going to be voted on, in a battle royale style until one's left.
Nice.
That's how it's working.
Well, there you go. Scarf's audience choice vote has been drawn, and we near ever closer to the double. There we go. I'm gonna take that. There we go.
And
That's
when
it.
we stop, nobody knows.
That's the whole. That's it. That's the end.
I'm not going to hang around. We've been going way too long. But check out WeirdFTW's streaming tomorrow. You're streaming more Arceus?
Yes, more Arceus. But before that, I'm taking part in Scarf stream tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
At
midday.
you.
Yeah, same with me.
Yes.
And me.
Yeah. Three of you here are taking part in it, so
We'll be playing some Dungeons and Dragons.
yeah.
Yes.
First time.
First time.
I am excited, somewhat terrified, but it should be fun.
I'll do fine.
happens.
I'm sure
Yeah,
it'll
we'll
be
be
fine.
fine.
Also,
You got this.
just so the audience are aware, there'll be no Silly Voices stream going forward, apart from next week's Game Blast one, which is going to be the Great Ace Attorney, which will have the Game Blasters in as well, doing voices, along with a few choice people from this lovely group. I know that Kay definitely has confirmed that they'll be involved, and we'll get like a final list together of people. And
What this is related to all the Game Blast gubbins.
and then finally at the end, after that, there'll be like a short break, which will determine how many weeks there'll be, and then we'll start up and we'll be doing Ace Attorney 5 Dual Destinies.
Yay!
Yay.
So yes,
I'm
I
hyped.
want to thank all of you for joining me.
I shall have my comeback.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
Jazz hands.